gonna do it.
I think
All
the
right.
broadcast is live. Hey, hey, hey,
Hello.
hey, hey. What's
Hello,
going on?
everyone. Hey, hey.
Hey,
Hello, the real Nordic Black.
hey, hello, hello, hello. It's nice.
How are
It's
you?
nice to be here. I appreciate you inviting me to your platform. It's been a while since
Hooked up.
we've yeah, hooked up. Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. I was on your channel, had a lovely time, having a conversation on there,
Right,
and yeah, I think we need to get people over onto your end to come and see what you
right,
get up to over there.
right, right, right. And that I mainly don't deal with religion, although
Hmm.
I do
Yeah.
send some pot shots every now and then at religion, but I never really gave my full take on religion um, um, on online. I guess on Facebook a little bit. I have on my personal Facebook page, but I haven't really spoken about my full kind of opinion when it comes to religion. Although I am an atheist. Um, but yeah, but my main cup of tea is fighting white supremacy and racism. And so, with that being said, religion has a legacy with slavery and racism has a and religion has a lot racism intertwined with each other and things like that. So they're kind of tied together in a lot of ways. So of course, like I said, that's I get into religion definitely, but like I said, not it's not my main focus all the time. I think my main focus is more white supremacy, racism, and then I get into a little politics, and I get into some religion and other things, even entertainment and things like that. So
Just you're an all rounder.
all around,
Mm-hmm.
because like I've probably told you before, white supremacy, racism it permeates everything. So got to be all around. So they're it's you can see it in entertainment, law, uh, medicine, economics, and employment and all kinds of areas, housing. So almost anything you talk about, environmental, so religion, of course. So that's yeah, and but and then also, personally, I've always been. I love history, and I like comparative religion and things like that, and so I looked into it a lot, during my lifetime and my own experiences. So therefore, I do definitely, I definitely, you know, get into religion, but not as much as is a lot of this atheist community that I believe now that I'm a part of in a way. Yeah.
I know you. We will get into the
Yeah.
atheist community
Right. Right.
conversation at some point. We will get into that. But
Right.
before we do that, let's have a quick. Let me just get a quick hello to everyone. Let's see. Hey, Robert X. Hey, good to
Right.
see you. Seen Esther twice on one day. Twice. Where did you see me the first time? Hmm.
Hmm.
Where did you see me the first time?
Maybe
Right.
maybe maybe what he meant was he saw one of your
Maybe my
videos,
videos,
and
probably.
then I don't know if you, yeah,
Probably because
and
I've
then now
been.
again or back to back, I don't know.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
Steve McRae has competition. Well, we haven't
Uh,
seen.
oh,
Steve McRae is always first, but
okay,
today
okay.
we
Well,
haven't seen
I'm
him
sitting
yet.
I'm sitting in your virtual seat. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and
Listen,
and
sit, sit
which is
comfortably.
oh, absolutely,
Sit
absolutely,
comfortably. You're allowed
absolutely.
to sit right there. and just have fun.
And then
Uh,
my man G, the other G, what's his
Phil
Phil
G.
G. Yeah, Phil G. I'm sitting in his virtual seat as well.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, yeah.
Oh Phil.
That
I'm
that's
sure.
your
I'm sure Phil doesn't mind.
that's your partner in crime there. I see.
I'm sure Phil doesn't mind.
Right, 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 right.
uh, right. So got Robert. Thank you. So thanks. To Phil for helping make the channel better. Yes, thank you, Phil.
I
And
hope so.
Dean Kruger. He is partner in crime all the way in South Africa. He is.
Dean Kruger in South Africa.
Yep.
Who this? Well, like I said, my name is Robert. I have a YouTube channel called The Real Nordic Black. Dareal
I'll
Nordic
put the
Black.
link.
Oh
I'll
yeah, yeah.
put the link in there now.
There you go. The Real Nordic Black. I'm an African American, but I live in Oslo, Norway. And
Let's
so
see.
I didn't. I have like I said, I have a YouTube channel. I tackle topics when it deals with racism, white supremacy, you know, whether it's in politics, education, environmental, religion. Although religion isn't my main thing that I hit on every day, I do send some pot shots at religion, but I- yeah, I can get into that later on my full take and what I believe. Although I am an atheist, so I believe I'm part of this atheist community. I guess. But it's not the main thing I focus on and talk about all the time. It's I think my main thing is more so, yeah. Well, like I said, like we've spoken about, I'm kind of a yeah all around.
All
Whenever
rounder.
yeah, all around when I see racism permeating in entertainment, education, religion,
Mm-hmm.
you name it. And, I end up talking about it. Yeah.
Right. Right. So we've also got James Apperson. Hey, and James, please hit me up. Let's do something, James. Yes. We've got Taye. Hello, Taye. How are you? How's the wifey? How's the baby? Hope you're all well. Seeing you on Lisa for Truth channel. Oh, that's true. First thing this morning. That's
Oh,
true.
okay. You didn't
Yes.
forget. You done forgot.
No, no. I was
Oh,
just in the chat. I was just
oh, okay.
watching. That's it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. That's how it is.
L. Hey, L. I've got some
Hey,
very beautiful ladies that come
absolutely,
around here. Oh,
absolutely.
Elle
That's
happens to be one of them. Listen, I listen. I'm just
right.
I am fully endowed with some beautiful people
Right, right.
around here.
L is from the continent, right? It's from Nigeria too,
No,
or
Elle, I'm not sure where else
oh, okay.
from, but
Right,
from
right.
I think she's definitely from the continent, but I'm not
Okay.
sure exactly where she's from.
Yeah.
But someone I know who's from the continent, she's in chat too. But before then, Godless Zoe. Hey, Godless Zoe.
Hey, good
Godless
morning.
Zoe.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning. Good
how are
morning.
you? How's your son?
So
Now
most of your followers or whatnot, are they? Do you know the demographics on most of them? Is it most of in Europe, in UK, or Nigeria, or
the US.
the US? Okay.
hmm Most of
Uh,
my followers are
okay.
from the US, and for
Wow.
some reason, they're
Wow.
male from the US.
Right. Right. Is it? That's how I found out about you too. I
I
guess.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, so Adia's space. Now she's
I
definitely from
appreciate.
the continent.
Right. Right. I appreciate you.
She's from
I
my
I
where
don't
my
even want to
dad
butcher.
my sort of
Okay.
where my
I don't.
dad comes from. So
Okay. I don't even want to butcher her name. I die. I die. I die. I die.
Adia's place.
Adeas.
Adia's place.
Adeas.
Adia's
Adeas
space. I
place.
think that's how we pronounce
Adeas
it. Adia's
space. Right.
space.
Right. Right.
Okay. Hey,
Appreciate you.
you
Appreciate
just
you.
got someone just subbed. Nice. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Dean.
Godless. I am the Antichrist of sewing.
The Antichrist of
Antichrist of
sewing. All
sewing.
right, you got to explain that. But Yeah, maybe Godless Sewing will come to your channel some point. Nick. I don't know.
Who?
Godless Sewing. Gotta
To
explain
whose
what that.
channel?
No, I'm talking about here. No,
You mean God let Knowing come to my channel?
no. I said maybe or she can explain, or he can explain with
He's been
with.
here. Listen,
Oh, okay.
he's part of the furniture around here.
Oh,
He's part
oh,
of
okay.
the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. I was saying that he said I'm the Antichrist of sewing, so I guess
Oh, okay,
Godless
okay,
sewing.
okay.
So I was trying to figure out with that what do you kind of mean by that? But that's funny. That's hilarious.
Hey, Derek. Sorry, Robert. Where did I get that from?
Right.
Derek Robert. Hey, Robert.
Right.
Good to have you
Hey,
here. Right. Thank
appreciate
you.
you, Derek. Appreciate you,
Okay,
Derek.
so we have a plan.
Right.
Something
Right.
we planned to go over a video, but I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking we might just scratch all of that, just scratch it
We
all
could. We
together
could. We could do
and
that.
do something else. Now,
Absolutely.
um,
That-
what are your thoughts around Kanye West?
oh man, you threw me for a loop on that one right there. Wow. You know what's something funny? I was like, she c- somebody in the crowd. I thought somebody in the followers would ask something about that, and I was thinking in my head, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna skip right over that? But it ended up being you asking me this. All right, this is setup, y'all. No, I was just playing. Well, wow, wow. Well,
Ooh,
mm, I'm gonna have to be. Damn, I do call myself the real Nordic Black, and that I unapologetic in my approach. So I have to be honest and real with my answer. Now, I feel that he's on a downward spiral. Obviously, I
mm,
I believe that he's bipolar, and he has and all other he had all kinds of mental issues going on. Um, the words or some of the words he said hateful, yes. Anti-Semitic, the words he said, yes. Um, the yeah. Um, d- do I believe now? Do I believe that he's anti-Semitic? I don't know him personally, but I do. Yeah, a lot of the words he says are
anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic or whatnot.
Yes.
Um, now, were there any type of truths in anything that he said? I would be lying to you to say that a few of his words at one point in time, not not now but at I've caught some interviews and some videos where he spoke some truth, but not these tirades that he's going on right now. And it, at this point now, on the things that he's saying, it kind of cancels out all the truthful things he's saying, and I get that. Um, will I dogpile on my brother while everybody's getting on him? No, I won't. I won't dogpile on him, but I would criticize him. I would chastise him and criticize him for sure. Am I gonna dogpile on him like everybody else is doing right now? No. Another thing, um, I get a sense that, and I'm targeting white supremacist racists, that you have a lot of people that are trying to make him the poster child of anti-Semitism, and I believe that's false and that's wrong. Um, um, and if you don't notice that there's a lot of Anglo-Saxons more than Jewish people that are actually calling him out. If you pay attention, a lot of people are. Yeah, you have a few. You have some Jewish people calling out some of his hateful remarks. But if you really look into it, I've noticed that most more Anglo's than Jewish people are actually calling him out on his anti-Semitism. Um, yeah. And like I said, it's definitely wasn't ready to be talking about this. Now I was
That's
going to get
fine.
warmed up on
Okay.
something else, but
Okay. No,
we
no,
we
no, no. Listen,
but we can continue on that. So I really, yeah. So
which
I I
is
I
which
think
is
he's
absolutely
I think
fine.
yeah, and simply
Which
put,
is
I think he's a mental case. Obviously,
mhm, mhm, mhm.
he um. Do I see racism even in that? But like I would be lying to you if felt if I said that I didn't see even white supremacy and racism at in play, even when it comes to the Kanye West's case,
Right.
because you have other characters out there that said anti-Semitic things.
Mhm.
You have this guy Alex, I forget his name. He Alex
Alex
Jones,
Jones.
Alex Jones, where he had to go to court before he started losing his money. Whereas Kanye West, they shut him down like that. Some of his money and
Um,
certain things like in a way,
listen.
they shut some
Mm,
of his. Yeah, go ahead.
mm-mm, mm-mm. So I was watching another YouTuber
Yeah.
who's breaking down the
Hmm.
claims of Kanye West
Yeah.
about his accounts being shut down and all of this and that.
Yeah.
An accountant on YouTube. He's doing a fantastic job. What's his name? Gosh, I've forgotten his name now.
Yeah.
Right. And he's saying they don't just shut you down just like that.
Yeah. Right.
There's a process. There's a process. So sometimes I think with everything you see and hear, take things with a pinch of salt. Don't always
Yeah.
assume
Yeah.
that it's facts.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you rightly said that Kanye West is on a downward spiral.
Mm.
He is not quite there. So
You, you,
I would take
you,
his
you,
claims
you, right.
with a pinch of salt.
Absolutely. And the thing is, at one in the beginning, you see a lot of people, and white people as well, knowing saying that he's bipolar and all these things. Then later on, after now he's saying all these other crazy things. Then they're like trying to plop him up as or trying to. I believe they're trying to use that. Some certain white supremacist racists are trying to use that to spin a narrative that black people see that how anti-Semitic that they are, or that like there's this new thing going on that about black people being anti-Semitic or something like that, trying to use this kind of as an excuse in some ways. I'm not trying to excuse Kanye West at all because, like I said, I clearly
He's
said I
gone.
would. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
he's gone. You know what I mean? He's
I would not
yeah,
let
yeah.
that happen because my goodness,
Exactly.
he needs to be
He
called
wouldn't
out.
help. He wouldn't help anybody's movement or anybody's case.
Hmm.
So, but no, I think the guy needs help. I think he's has mental issues. He has a lot of issues he needs to deal with, and that's. But to say that he's forming, to make a portrait picture of him looking like Hitler and stuff like that. They had some good portraits out there, some good artistry out there, making him seem like he's um, Hitler, like he has a movement of troops and soldiers and groups of people. Where are they? He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't at all. So he doesn't.
Yeah, I think this is a conversation that
Yeah.
we will carry on having,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
But for now, I'm going to give you two options.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to give you two options.
Oh look. Why'd you?
Number
Why'd you?
one,
I seem like you waited till I came on here to switch everything. you
okay. So number one,
you ain't been doing this before. You've been having a normal program, and then now
no,
the
no,
real
no, it's
Nordic Black.
fine. It's
All
fine.
right.
I know, and I know you can take it. I know
Oh,
you
of
can
course,
take it.
of course.
Okay, so there are two options, right?
Yeah.
Number
What's up?
one, the video what we plan to go over. That's
Mm,
one. Number two, um, so I happened to stumble in on a conversation between people who identify as the I think the sect of the Black Hebrew Israelites. Just listening
mm,
to them
mm-hmm.
and their
The
their
rhetoric
view,
and all that. Right.
their
Right.
rhetoric,
Right.
and my goodness, I
Right.
ooh, taken
Yeah.
aback by
Right.
it.
I
So
agree. Yeah,
it's a choice.
I'm
What would
taking
you
back
rather
too.
do? Which one?
Oof. All
Either
right.
way,
Let's
either
go in.
way.
Let's go on with the second one. That's
Either
all.
way,
That's
it's all
and
about
Hebrew.
religion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Either
Absolutely.
way, it's
Hebrew.
all
Let's
about
let
religion.
because I'm African American. Hebrew Israelites. Let's go in.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go. Right, I see some other people in chat. Hey, look out for number one. Hello, good to see you. Who else? Who do you see? Anyone else?
Let me see if
Just
I can see.
make sure I'm not missing anyone.
Right, right. Any
And guys,
comments or questions? They're
please
free to.
please make
Yeah,
sure to subscribe to his channel. Make sure to put the
appreciate you.
link there. Right, here we go. Okay, so let's
Now I'm no scholar. I'm a layman. I'm not even a layman. I'm a layman's layman. I'm not even an armchair historian. I'm a bed historian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting y'all
you
know
want
that.
me you want me to tell the folks how tall you are, guys. He's
Nah,
sitting. This man is 6 foot 5 inches tall.
mm, I got a little height.
6 foot
Right,
5 inches.
yeah, right, right, right.
You're up there. My goodness. You played basketball, right? At some
Yeah, I
point.
played. Right, right, right. That's why I got bad knees right now. I played basketball for a long time. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. No, I want this one. Right. Okay. So let's see.
Oh, a clubhouse conversation. Wow. All right.
Yes. Okay. So are you on Clubhouse?
I'm trying to remember. I think I connected on. I made a clubhouse account a long time ago when it first started, and then I never went back to it. So I
Okay.
don't. I- Yeah, I don't go there all the time at all
That's my
because of things
my
like
that's
this.
my guilty pleasure. When
A
I'm
lot
not
of a lot of people's guilty pleasure, and I kind of
when I'm not on YouTube, I'm on there.
right.
I've got 1K followers already.
Wow.
On there.
Okay. Okay.
So you can
Yeah.
tell
It's
I've
another
been
platform, but
hmm hmm
I think it's a lot of drama on there. You know what I mean? So
it is. A lot of
yeah, yeah,
fakes.
yeah. It's a lot of drama on that thing. So I kind of step
Okay,
back.
so let me give some context of this conversation, what we're about to listen to. So, a group of people, the title of the room says, I have proved that I was an Israelite, and they
Mm,
got angry. You get the angry emojis, right?
yeah.
Um, they've proved from the Bible. They even have up there the King James version of the Bible.
Right.
That's where their proof is coming from.
Black African Americans favorite Bible is
No, 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 no. I
is the
beg,
King James
I
is the
beg to
King
differ.
James.
I
No,
beg
no,
to
no, no. I'm
differ.
saying I'm
That
not
is
saying.
that is the Africans' favorite.
Oh, okay. Black folks. Period. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
For
You
some
know,
reason,
I'm speaking. Like I said, I'm saying certain things. I'm speaking from my perspective. I would have figured and I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to speak out of.
mhm, mhm, I
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
that.
So,
I get
but
that.
yeah, I agree with you. I think that is or the favorite Bible go to
I
Bible.
know for
Yeah.
some reason, and it's one of the hardest to read. You can hardly
Right, and
understand the thee and thou. Thou
right,
shalt.
right, right, all
Uh,
Shakespearean and everything, and then you got
uh,
black. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, 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 I don't get it.
okay, so in here is a group of Black Hebrew Israelites. Someone comes along who is also um the Black Hebrew Israelite crew, but from a different sect.
Hmm.
And he's trying to get them to sort of tone it down a bit. Now, I don't know if the Black Hebrew Israelites are allowed to marry or to have more than one wife. I don't
Mm.
know,
See,
but
I'm not so well,
that's fine.
versed
That's fine.
on
That
all of
that's not
the things, but
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
e- that's not even the issue. I think he was trying to say, oh, he wouldn't mind getting himself a Caucasian woman as one
Mm,
of his women.
mm.
And boy, listen,
And it
it's
got
just
hectic. It
oh
got
yes.
crazy. Right,
So
right.
let's get into it. For me, it's this idea that these people are going to be reading from the scriptures.
Mm.
They're going to be reading from the
And
scripture.
and they're probably screaming it out loud too.
And
Yeah, you see a lot of videos of Hebrew Israelites in New York and other cities across the
yeah,
country, and you'll see them screaming out some scriptures and scaring white folks.
how is
Or,
your
uh,
how is your scripture able to have passages in there that makes you so hateful?
mm,
How
right,
is your
right,
anyway? Let's get started. It's not long, about 16 minutes
right,
long, so
right,
not
right.
too much to get
Because then
into.
I got to tell you what I think about religion, my take on religion.
Right,
Yeah,
which is fine. You can do that as we go
yeah, yeah.
along. All right, let's go.
portion of fury of my fury on them. Now in Zechariah, the 14th chapter, it said, if the nations do not come up and keep the Feast of Tabernacles, he's going to pour the plagues of Egypt on them. We ain't got to lay a hand on these people. See, that's what I'm telling
Hey,
you.
Beezy,
If
I
once
got
we
a
do what we
question.
supposed to do,
Beezy, I got a question. I got a
I ain't got
question
to
for you
chop
based
no
on what
foot
you.
off.
I got a question for you based on what you just said,
Okay,
right?
good, good.
You said the Lord's gonna hand out the judgment. So I got a question. When Israel came out of Egypt, but they went into the wilderness, and the Lord had judgment on the people who lived in Canaan, how did He hand that judgment out?
With signs and wonders.
No,
Moses had signs
he
and
told
wonders going
Joshua to
on.
put. He told Joshua and all the Israelites to put men, women, and children to death. Man, he issued out the judgment through the Israelites. Man, you sound silly.
So I started to record at this point because they'd said
Mm.
something that got me. I was like, "Whoa, why am I not recording this?"
Right.
One person was saying that God is going to make the black Hebrew Israelites judge the world. They're going to bring violence
Mm,
on the world. But the other person is saying, no, no. Yes, he will bring judgment, but it's not going to be violent, right? He doesn't expect us to lay our hands on these people. And they're
right.
saying, He wants us to, God wants these crew, these
Hmm.
purple dressed people, right? He wants them to lay hands on these enemies. I don't know who these enemies are,
Right.
but the enemies.
That's why the Bible is still one of the most powerfulest books on the planet.
Hate speech,
Period.
powerful hate speech.
Right. 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 Right.
Mm,
And but like I said, it also depends on yeah. Like I said, when I give you my take
yeah,
on religion and things like that, then I'll explain a bit what I mean.
okay,
But yeah, but and it's mainly when I think about negativity or negative things, it's mainly talking about the doctrine or the church, not necessarily always the black churches like we had in the 1950s and 60s, because as African Americans in the 1950s and 60s, you actually had some churches that served as community services, public discussions and certain things like that. So not I would be lying to you to tell you say that everything that when it comes to church is was bad for black people, although there's a
mm-hmm,
lot, but it served its purpose in certain instances, like in the 50s and 60s, as I said. And then the evolution of it, very slow. um, and also there's other reasons why religion, as the title of this thing is, could be negative uh, for us. But and of course, slavery and uh, you know, enslavers used the Bible for their purposes and things like that. And yeah, a lot of harmful. Yeah, not only it being outdated and harmful to society and individuals. I can talk about that as well, but the main thing is not every single thing when it comes to church. Yes, it's racist and bigoted and sexist. Absolutely, I agree with you. Um,
okay,
absolutely,
mm-hmm,
absolutely,
mm-hmm,
absolutely. Um, but then, like I said, when you go to um, a choice of being the enslaved or the enslavers. Well, I wouldn't right now. I wouldn't be any of those. But back then, of course, nobody. You'd be a fool to be the enslaved. But to say that the church during certain civil rights times, or like even like Nat Turner with his revolt, or John Brown, Harper's Ferry, are you saying the Bible influenced him to in their own to free certain slaves and have these large revolts? They were inspired by the Bible, you see. So it's not a. I think I feel you, Steve. I'm on the same page, my brother. So I think ultimately the Bible is racist, bigoted, sexist, and all kinds of things. Um, but to like I said, me coming from my perspective as an African American, I see all of that. But there's certain things that I couldn't. They were like I said, not only community centers, they were you know during slavery. We had those moments in those times where they were able to not do labor and certain things like that, and they were able to congregate and plan. And
Mm-hmm.
when certain enslavers thought we were just having a good old time, like, hey, look at those Africans over there. They're laughing and carrying on and singing and having a good time. Where some of the times we were singing and talking about the $5,000 bill is on you.
No, sorry. I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, you,
Um,
you want to interpret some of these things because you probably know what they.
anything to do with money. My eyes are like, wait,
You
when
look, hey, me too.
listen. I'd seen this comment that I respectfully decline. If I had any money to spare, I'd
Oh,
give it to Esther.
no doubt,
Anyone
no
trying to
doubt.
give me money, you think I'm going to pass on that? So
No,
I
no,
seen
no,
that
not at
comment
all.
and I was like, where's this
Right,
money coming from? So I
right,
quickly
right,
went to go check what on earth
right,
is
right, right,
never
right,
mind me. I'm just being
right,
silly.
right,
Sorry.
right.
I
Tell them
apologize.
don't comment. Just send one of them super
It's
chats or
sending
whatever.
money.
Yeah, just send one of them super chats or whatever. Tell them But no, with religion, I absolutely believe, and people that know me and that uh, personally, I talk about it all the time. Of course, I'm an atheist. I don't believe that. I believe that religion was used mostly in the wrong way and things like that, and manipulated for political gain and all kinds of gain and reasons. But I'm saying to sit here as an African American and that knows a lot about civil rights to say that at every instance the church was bad for black folk, I'll be lying.
Mm,
And you as a white person from England or wherever the hell you from that don't know nothing about my struggle, don't know. And you need to do your research. And you wouldn't know. So in the 50s and 60s, some the church was a place of gathering, not only communion but also for politics. Politicians used to go to black churches, of course, to gain certain votes. Even now our vote is needed. you know um they political power, because there were certain the black person that headed the church had most of the power in certain communities. Absolutely. So yeah. Now, whereas where I think, well, that's all kinds of things is going on, so it's hard to stay.
I listen. Just
Yeah, yeah.
carry
Your
on
place,
talking.
listen. Your place is the clubhouse where I'm thrown off. This wasn't the subject. Now we got comments. So my
Sorry.
whole
Okay,
my
you know what?
no no
I'm
but
gonna
my
I'm
my
gonna I'm
whole
gonna stop
my
with the
whole
comments
my whole no
because
no
it
that's
looks
cool
like
though.
it's
No, that's cool though.
distracting.
No, that's cool though. But I'm just making my whole train of thought is like all over the place. But as the King James version, so
Robert,
difficult to comprehend. Thou the
Robert,
cometh, so
Robert,
it should.
do you think you can talk a bit more about super chats? Because the moment you mentioned super chats, guess what we got?
That's what's up. Yeah, yeah. Always, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you need to subscribe. If you guys came over from my channel or my
We've got
Facebook
someone
or
here.
whoever,
Yes.
Yo, what up? Benjamin, that's my dog right there. Yeah, he's a African American out of Cleveland that's doing big things out here in Norway. He's
Oh,
living in
how
Norway too.
nice.
Yeah, he's doing
When
this.
is the
He's
Kwanzaa? When is
he's
Kwanzaa?
that's
When are
later.
you guys
That's
doing it?
no, but they had it over here. What up, Benjamin?
Have you had
They
it
have it.
already?
Yeah, they had it over here yesterday.
Right.
They had
So
it
it's
over
done.
yesterday. Well, here, and it should have been done when Kwanzaa usually is done um, later, but they celebrated it here in Oslo or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
How did you get on? Was it good?
Oh, I stopped by. I just passed by. I didn't,
Right.
just shook some hands, kissed some babies, and bounced, and ate some African food and bounced. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But it
Right.
was a good listen to a couple of things, and yeah, yeah. So it was good. It's a good thing that they
You
have going. That's a good thing that they have going on in Norway. There's not too many people that are speaking about issues as boldly as I do, and as this group does called Arise. It's a group
mm,
called Arise. It's kind of a Pan African group that are, yeah, putting up good things and programs and things. They're the ones who set up this Kwanzaa, and so and you have a few other, people or whatever that are doing things that are speaking up against racism and things like that. But this one group in particular, I like the way that they're doing things, and yeah, so they're the ones who set that thing up, and it already
I
happened.
think I think you'll have to come back another time to come and tell us about Norway. What that's like, what your
Right,
experience is
right,
like.
right,
But for
right,
now,
right,
we're going
right.
to get into this video.
Before we do that,
But
the last thing, religion. Like I said, I'm an atheist, so I do see the um
the harm.
yeah, the harm in religion, absolutely. When it comes to education and all kinds of things, and people stop processes and all kinds of things, and I can get into that later. But like I said, I want to mention because I what you thought I was gonna just come over here. Some certain people probably thought I was gonna come over here and just because I also send pot shots and jokes about it. Then I would just go over here and straight. Big up, Benjamin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So hey,
Cali-
he's keeping his
Calencia. Hang on.
he's keeping his money where his mouth is. You know what I'm
But before then, we had Calesia. Calesia 789. Thank you very, very much for the super sticker. Appreciate
saying?
you.
Yo, super
Uh,
chats, y'all got to get them in. Get them in.
let's see. Benjamin. Hey, thank you. What's the NOK?
Yo,
What's an NOK?
for
And oh,
Norwegian kroner, Norwegian kroner,
oh, okay. Oh, nice.
crowns.
Oh,
Yeah, for kroner.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks for the
yeah,
chrono.
yeah.
Uh, Gabrielle Nadine. Oh,
It'll translate all that in the end. It'll translate
mm,
all in the
it
end.
will. It will. Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
got yeah, yeah, yeah. So I told some people to come check
Oh,
this
how
out. And so
nice.
and whoever's listening, please subscribe to a channel. If you don't like what's going on today, I'm sure you're gonna like something eventually. And
Mm,
the same for me. When you go to my channel, if you don't like what you see on the first video, don't just click on videos, click on live because a lot of times on YouTube, some of the videos that me and you that I noticed, they don't that you necessarily some people don't know about it. Once you click on video, you're like, hold up, I just thought you just did an interview or something the other day. I'm like, yeah, but it's on my live video, so they didn't put it in that section. So sometimes you got to click video and also live, and then they'll show the live videos. That I got more live videos than I have just videos on my channel. And I'm sure you got to do the same for her and click the like button, subscribe to her channel, it's my channel, send a super chat right now.
can you stop by every day, Robert?
Hey, I'll stop by a few times,
Very good.
most definitely.
Good, good, good. Okay,
Yeah,
let's carry on with
yeah.
this
Let's
video.
carry on. Let's
Okay?
carry on.
bro.
That's fact. That's fact.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Now,
Respectfully.
I agree with that. I'm not
Hey,
biased. I
can I
agree
ask
with
you a
that.
question, man?
Hold on 1 second. Let me read this scripture real quick. Because the brother just said something. Like I said, he just soft, man.
Mm,
Everybody can't take this information and run with it. like a soldier, like what the Lord requires you to be. Some of these niggas is simps, and they trying to keep us soft
Are you
like the
going to
Christians are the
Revelation
church.
18 and 6,
Oh,
Cap?
no, no, hold on, no, not yet. Hold on one second. This where I'm going right here. So what he just said, it sounds retarded. You understand? And it's not biblical. And it says this in Ezekiel 25 and 14. It says, "And I will lay my vengeance
Hmm.
upon
Who is
Edom
I?
by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger." I ain't even got to finish the rest of it. Do you want me to keep reading? Or do you
So
need more?
so you believe Edom is the white man? You stuck on that's the
Oh
updated that's
no, here
another
we
updated
go. Now
information.
it's this
Hold on, hold
part.
on, hold on, hold
That
on. Wait. Hold on. Did you just take the information that you just said? No, we don't have to lay a hand on nobody. Ain't
we
that what you
we
said?
we don't, brother. We don't.
But what did the Bible just say? I'm showing you
Read
how
it
you don't
again. Read
believe
it one
scripture.
more time. Read it for one more time.
I'm showing you how you do not believe in the scriptures. Are you
Kind
ready
on con,
for me to
sir.
read it again? This is Ezekiel 25 and 14. It says, "And I will lay my vengeance." Who is laying the vengeance? This is the Lord. "Upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my
Pause
vengeance,
it for a
saith
second.
the Lord God."
Pause. Yeah. Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
you
pause it
just
for a
said
second.
we don't have.
You
Hmm.
see, and this is also a byproduct of the church in Christianity and religion as well. It can go to this,
Hmm.
it can go this way as well. But like I said, to say that they didn't use church in the 50s and 60s to mobilize against oppression, central spaces of organizing, public discussions and discourse, and community centers, and it didn't help people, I would be lying.
Right.
But we're at a point now. The question is, you have certain questions. Is do we need religion to have a moral society? See, that's what we have to start asking. I don't give a shit what a person calls himself or what they do. Are there is religion necessary? These are the these are the questions that we're faced with. Because you can have somebody argue that you know certain religions, they, I mean, although we say that we need to evolve, religion needs to evolve, that's true. Or is it evolved enough? But there are some sects and some churches that they call they have like a more of a liberation theology, where they pick where they'll have certain scriptures to like I said, when it comes down to religion. I just posted something. Where's my dang phone, man? Well, anyway, posted something today about John Henry Clark, the great historian, called late great historian John Henry Clark, and he was saying, and I my phone is somewhere. You can't quote me verbatim, but he said something that if religion, basically, if religion doesn't let me grab my phone. Actually, I'm going to read
Okay.
this.
Okay.
This is my
Not to worry.
this is my main thing when it comes to my ideology when it comes to religion, for real.
And don't forget you've got the this man is he's put me on a timer. He doesn't want to miss the World Cup. I think it comes on at what time? I don't really know. I don't catch up with. I'm not keen on football, but we're on a timer, so I hope he remembers that he's got to catch up with the World Cup. I've not watched 1 second of the World Cup myself. My son watches it and he tells me what goes on, so I'm good. And thank you, Benjamin, once again for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Steve McRae, manager, what happened? Where were you? We were looking for you. You were supposed to be first, but unfortunately, not today. But you're still first in my books. So, right. YouTube changed the channel layout recently. I don't really like it. Easy to overlook the streams. Did they? Hmm. Don't think I've noticed that.
Anyways,
Hmm.
I can't believe that I can't find it right now. But I can't believe I can't find it. I can't find it right now. But it was basically saying that if you if your religion can't be used in for freedom, in your freedom, then you should throw it in the ash ashtray of history.
That's right.
Basically, if you cannot utilize, if your religion doesn't give you freedom and liberties and all these
Hmm.
other things, then you should throw that in the ashtray of history. And that's what I truly believe. Because at one point in time, I sincerely hope that you do not use religion to derive your morals from. No, not at all. Um, in jail before the day is up. Correctly. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't. But like I said, to say that, and I named some instances like Nat Turner, John Brown, to say that these, and there's other people too, to say that they haven't used religion to do the things, inspire them to do the things that they have done in the name of religion. That would be a lie. And if you don't know that, go research John Brown and Nat Turner and some of the things that they have done and what inspired them and what certain scriptures inspired them. But to take the thing in its totality, no, not at all. Now, religion's always been, when you talk about morality and religion had, I would be a fool to even say that, you would be a fool to say that religion and humans have always been, as long as we've been human, there's always been some sort of spirituality or religion around, always. So anyway, but I can get into this
Okay.
later.
All right. Let's carry on. Phil, do you like to play the video while I'm going to excuse myself for just 1 minute.
Right.
The roast chicken is in the
Yeah,
oven,
most definitely. Hey, I'll talk.
and we don't want
And we
to. We
got
don't
Phil, and
want
we
to.
got Phil, and we
We
got
don't.
Phil, we
We
got
don't want to
Philadelphia in the
char. We
building.
don't want to char the chicken, so the boys
Yeah,
don't. Oh,
uh,
mom, you burnt the
yeah.
chicken.
Go do your thing. Go do your
what
thing.
I'll be
what
back
what
in a minute.
what number you're at?
Three, 308.
308. Okay.
Yeah, and what I want Dean Kruger to realize is that and like I said, in particular in the 50s and 60s, and coming out of that, the how what churches served, and then black folk, you know, some certain people were able to try to utilize that to fight white supremacy. And that's why you get these groups like the Black Muslims, the Nation of Islam, or the Moorish Science Temple, and other things like that. Now, to say that they didn't change, start to change certain things, or they have more of a liberation theology, certain churches, you know, so to say that certain things weren't reinterpreted um in certain ways for their own freedom would be a lie, you know. Now, I still ultimately would go away from religion. We had black secular people uh, for a long time. Say that black people has always been, on religion always and at all times. That would be a lie, because we did have black atheists or secular people, agnostic people, since slavery. So we haven't always been religious, but we do seem to be highly religious, and that's a whole other subject within itself. Um, and Anyway, and then also, you had it to they kind of changed the theology and things to uplift black people and have them become more self-reliant and things like that. So there are some things that um, anyway, we're gonna get this.
And plus, the word Haiti is an Arawak Indian word. So
We
the
weren't
people
wearing
weren't.
no sombreros. We are not Guatemalan and whatever Central
His, I think it's low. The sound is low.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I got to turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central America countries. Y'all trying to include these
So
Spaniards.
Nigga,
why
you
they
trying to
finding?
include white people. Shut your silly ass up.
Nigga,
Now I'm talking your mouth, man.
whoa,
This is
what white people are?
Yeah.
yeah.
You are saying, yeah.
No, but see, this is why I don't go to Clubhouse because I mean they just like they don't really you don't hear them using scholarship. You don't hear them using this and that. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
garbage to me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, the you have them taking certain scriptures all out of context, this and that, and for their own interpretations, like a lot of people do. Um, like I said, at the same time. And today I'm gonna sound like I'm not an atheist today, and that's cool because I love coming from a different angle. Since he came from a different angle, I'm coming from a different angle today. Although I am an
Mm-hmm.
atheist, and I've already said that. Although, like I said that if you use something to inspire you, whether it's I listened to something the other day, and I had to find it. It was a It was it was a philosopher. No, it was an evolutionary biologist actually had mentioned something because the fact that you even believe in something false in your psychology can have something in your biology will change something for the positive. I forgot in what words he said. I had written it down somewhere. Um, so to say that, let me see. We gotta find that bad boy. So my point is, I think religion as a whole, I do think that it's a detriment. I do think it's a negative. They did it in the name of religion, but religion is a man-made system to control, not people. Oh, that's you. Was
Yeah.
that you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like,
that
I was like, bro.
was in chat. That was in chat.
Oh, okay, I got you. Right.
But
All right.
the yeah.
Yeah. You can speak. Talk.
Yeah,
Speak your
no,
speeches. Speak
but
your.
what I was saying is that the problem with, yes, some people use it for good, or well, interpret
Mm, mm,
certain things to make it seem good.
yep.
But the problem is that when people start believing falsities, they continue to use those and start believing even the bad aspects, and accept the bad aspects of the religion, the doctrine, and so on. So it's better to, for me personally,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
more. I want to know as many true things as possible so you can make better
Absolutely.
decisions, right? So that's.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. And I absolutely agree with you, I'm on that same tip. The thing is,
Mhm.
though, in these spaces, especially black folks, when we get in these spaces, um, you know, when we talk about these certain characters like Moses, Jesus, and these certain stories in the Bible, you know that most not only scholars but most educated people know, even Christians know that most of these stories are a mixture of mythology, history,
Mhm.
and legend. So if you don't know that, like, I'm worried about you. So it's like, but you do have these people that will take
Mhm.
these stories and run with it, unfortunately. And trying to mimic
The
some of these things. They can't distinguish, and they don't
the
realize that they don't really get into the text, because some of these, yeah, right.
but
Anyway,
you know what, one priest said, a Christian priest said, the reason why they don't tell the people in the fields is because people will lose their faith.
mm,
So even though they know, which is again despicable, even though they know, right?
right,
They
right,
they don't
right,
tell the layman.
right,
You have the layman like
right,
myself
right.
found out stuff by
Mm,
going and
mm,
research his
mm,
scholars and so on.
mm.
Right?
So, so
Yeah.
and you know, and so my take is I'm an atheist. I'm into doing away with religion and secularism and all that stuff. But my thing is the only little bit of difference with me is I'm not when I'm looking back at my people per se, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really trying to dog them too much because then you'll lose those people that you could have, you know, could teach and get to the understanding of of certain things, certain truths. And so I get, you know, like I said, there are some people that are having more of a liberation theology or are trying to use certain things because to say that they are people that claim that they found religion that just came out of prison or whatever and turned a whole new leaf, you would be lying. If
Mhm.
you would be lying to say that you haven't seen some people, it's like you have that one person that was bad all his life, and then they end up finding religion, and then they're like, damn, that's still like it's not the truth or whatever, but you don't want to pop that little bubble that they're in because you
Because
under, you, under,
sometimes,
Mm.
you
sometimes
Yeah,
understand
I
what
understand.
you understand what I'm saying?
that bubble needs to be popped, Rob. Sometimes
Yeah.
that bubble needs to
Yeah,
just
They
prick it.
it all depends on what kind of person
You're
that person
dealing
that
with.
and I yeah,
they
Phil G, you know what I'm talking about.
Kanye West bubble needs to be popped.
Nah, but his thing is not
His bubble needs to be popped big
thought.
time.
right, but he's on yeah,
Someone needs to pop his
he's
bubble
a clear but
because he's
he's a clear cut
Eh,
mental case. That's just
mm,
straight up. He's a clear cut
okay.
mental case.
Hey,
mhm,
Logan Fisher.
mhm.
Good to
Right.
see you. And Gabriel, what did Gabriel say? Two things can be true at the same time. Religion may have done some good while also causing harm.
Just
Hmm.
like just
That's
like
good.
white supremacy racism. They
Exactly.
play in both sides of the field
Okay.
right now, and
So
I
wait.
can get into that later. A lot of them are playing both sides of the field right now.
Now, you
Mm.
remember you've got the World Cup, okay, Rob? So when you're
Ah,
getting carried
nah,
away
but
with the conversation,
nah,
don't
but
get
let it
too carried
no,
away.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
And
I'm gonna let it
secondly,
if it runs over time, I'll let it run over time.
secondly, I need to mention this here. So someone suggested the reenactment videos. You know yourself, you're in the chat. I want to say thank you because
Absolutely.
Rob saw that and Rob says, I've got my own opinions too. I've got my
Abso-
own opinions. And
Absolutely.
we need
Absolutely.
to get into
Mhm.
this conversation. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
Rob is going to come back and
Yeah, yeah,
give his opinion on
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
reenactment videos.
Absolutely.
So
Mhm.
that
Absolutely.
right that hit a spot with Rob. So
Right.
thank you. You know yourself.
As a
Thank you.
foundational black American
Oh,
descendant of a slave
your
freeman,
FBA FDA.
I can call myself a FBA. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Or
You think we
descendant
can
of a
go back?
slave or
You think
freeman.
we can go back to this video by any chance?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, come on.
I'm taking over you.
It's fine. It's fine. Just I'm concerned about you. I can go on and on.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So,
Let's go.
hold on.
Who we
Hold on,
asking?
hold on one second. Hold on. Let me ask BJ a question. Hold on one second. Hey, brother BJ, who are the 12 tribes of Israel then? Since we got it wrong.
Mm.
Oh no, I believe they black folks. I believe they black folks. Who are? Give me all of them. I want to know who every tribe is.
See,
Since the chart is wrong, break it down right.
Why would I break it down if the chart is wrong? What are you talking about? We're
Well, you
mixed.
want to add
Well, shut
Edomites in
your
it,
dumb.
so
Hold on. Shut your dumb ass up, then. If you don't know what you're talking about, how you gonna say something wrong and you can't tell me what right then?
So you just
If
want to
it's
hold
wrong, you
on.
supposed to
You
be able
just
to
want to
tell me
hold on
what's
to it.
right.
That's what it is.
I want you to tell me what you came in here and said the 12 tribe chart is wrong.
Correct.
So tell me what's right. Tell me the right thing to follow.
Hey,
I'm just
Salaki
trying to
Cap.
figure
He
out
said,
if Levi
hey,
was
Salaki
had
Cap. He trying to say, hey, Salaki
cities.
Cap. He's saying we need to hold on. He need to hold on to a goddamn tambourine and take his ass back to church, man.
God, he
Hey,
said,
brother
hey,
Beasley,
he
man, you
probably,
better
hey,
get
hold up,
these
wait a
weights
minute.
off your
Hey,
grands. Don't make these little
Hey,
heavy
it's
hold
lifting.
not
on,
good
Tapazar.
doctrine,
Hey,
bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
hey, he
It's not.
probably,
Oh my
See that,
gosh.
but that's why I said the forum, the clubhouse forum, it's mainly for gossip, and that's mainly for talking about certain things like that. But when you use it, the clubhouse for topics like this that that needs, requires scholarship and things like that, it's not the platform, and so you're gonna get this. It's automatic. Once you say clubhouse, like, oh Lord, you know. But yeah,
Okay. Hey, Trisha Star,
Trisha
Beach.
Star.
Hello. Okay, let's carry on with the video, please.
No, yeah.
he probably is on his way to church in a little bit
Yeah.
with his
Oh,
tambourine.
oh, it is.
He
It
he
is.
probably, yeah,
Around the
he on his way to
goddamn
do
white
it.
women.
Hell yeah. He got
I'm
the
just trying to
tambourine.
figure out when he
No,
get
no,
there.
he
these
ain't.
these
No,
ad
we
hominems,
trying to
you
figure out.
know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Answer my question.
Singing
Answer,
Kumbaya.
answer my question, nigga. Hold on.
Kumbaya, my
Hold,
Lord.
hold on. Hold on, y'all.
Okay,
Hold on.
so why are they always trying to
Right now,
separate themselves from Christianity
There
when
we go.
a lot of their rhetoric comes from the Christian doctrine? Why are these black Hebrew Israelites trying to, oh, the Christians they're on that end? No, we're different. But most of the things they believe in, the
Well, I
Christians
mean,
believe in too.
Jewish people, right? The Sephardic and the Ashkenazi Jews, they separate themselves from Christians too, and Muslims separate themselves from Christians too. So I mean, it's so they, Hebrew Israelites consider themselves the true Israelites, from far as I know.
Yeah.
Um, so of course they're gonna separate themselves from Christians. Um,
I,
and
I,
but
I
yeah, I think.
listen, Rob. I am struggling when I'm
Yep.
listening. I'm listening to this, and I am really struggling. You know
Me too.
why I'm struggling? This is 2022.
Hmm.
And in 2022, some people want to live by the dictates of a book, an
Right.
ancient book. Some
Right.
people are asking, what are the 12 tribes of Israel? What has that got
Right.
to do
Right.
with the price of, like, I'm African, so this is how we Africans
Right.
think. What has
Right.
that got to do with the price of rice in the market? Right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with you. It's
Even
a
if I do
religion.
find out who the 12 tribes of Israel, what has that got to do with me?
Right. Right.
Right?
And that's the same thing. Not only that, to be so real with you, even though although I love history, even with history, with historians, when it comes to the modern, a lot of things are outdated, and like I always go back to this: the white supremacist racists, they don't give it. They love that we arguing about shit like this. They love that we arguing about history or whatever and things like this. I was listening to Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. talk about this concept about us looking at our navel, in the corner looking at our navel all the time. And what he means by that is looking, when you look at your navel where you come, your umbilical cord comes to the navel where you come from. What he meant by that
Mhm.
is where we always looking in talking about where we came from, where we this and that, the past and this and that, and instead of looking at what's going on now. And then he's saying that the certain white supremacist racists that control certain things in spaces, they love that when we're sitting over here discussing and arguing about the certain passing, what we were kings, we were this and we were that, instead of what's going on right now,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And for example, like he said, if you're talking about, oh, we all came from Africa. I mean, we all came from Africa, and we know
Yeah,
we know,
even
the white supremacists look at you. Even the white supremacists really, yeah,
e-
we know that. So
and
what's
and
that
and,
gonna
and the,
what's that
white-
gonna do
the
with you right
whites came
now?
from Africa too. They came
Yeah,
from Africa too.
yeah.
Everybody came from
And
Africa,
they know that.
basically.
Listen,
That's the
the,
thing.
the white supremacists know that. They know that they come from Africa. They know
Yeah.
that. They looking at you like, so what you gonna do now? Well, we got this thing called white supremacy. That's the religion I like to get into. See, white supremacy,
I know
racism.
that's
We
your thing.
we yes
You
we
that that's
we we
That's
we
the kind
get
of conversations you have on
right, and so that's the thing,
over
and
there.
that right, and that's the thing. See, we had this thing called systemic racism, institutional racism. That's a real thing.
Okay. It
That's
is a
real.
thing. It
You see what I'm
is.
saying? And that's what they're using and things like so they love to listen to these conversations. This stuff keeps us, stifles us. You know what I mean? Retards us. This is the stuff that get us to yeah, yeah, yeah. So they
So
make them
why
feel
so
good,
why are we
Wait.
getting into
or like
this kind of
dressing like you
conversation?
said. Hmm?
Why are we letting it get to us so badly? Why is it affecting us? This is something that we
Right,
shouldn't even. Anyway, you
right.
know what? Let's carry on with the video. There's not a lot with the video. If we can finish the
Yeah,
video, then we can have this
Ain't nobody
conversation
answering
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
nobody else.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
We don't have to rush the time either. I'm good.
Hold on. Ain't
Okay,
nobody
all right
answering
then.
else
Yeah.
for Beasley until he answers my question. Who are the 12 tribes of Israel? Since you said it needed to be updated, you said it's wrong. Now you backpedaling, talking about why I need to update it, why I need to say this, why I need to do this. If you make a claim, what's that? First Thessalonians 5:21 says to
Here we
prove all
go with the
things.
scriptures.
So if you believe in the Bible, you're supposed to be able to prove your claims. So if the 12 tribes chart is wrong, tell me what.
Now I do believe at one point that he is saying if you can make a claim, then prove it. Claim and prove. So if he's coming in here saying this is wrong, then he should be able to come in there and try to prove that. But I disagree with his interpretation. Well, a lot of the interpretation,
I
obviously.
disagree with the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the whole
Can we
thing.
can we can we
Yeah,
just can we just throw it all in the bin?
yeah. We can just
Can
throw
we
that
all
in
just
there.
get rid of it?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
creating so much division.
Yep,
You must
yep,
you must understand what's happening here.
yeah.
These are from the same set. They're from the same black Hebrew Israelite
Hmm.
crew. These people are all from the same, but they too cannot agree on doctrines. I thought Christians had it bad. I thought it was a Christian thing where you've got so many interpretations,
Oh no,
right?
oh no, oh no.
all
So even
religion.
Oh no,
these ones,
you have offshoots of Islam. You have offshoots of
Hindu.
Judaism, Hindu, you name it, you name it, you name it. Um,
Man,
now to say that you throw every single thing away with the bath
yes,
with the bath water,
throw it all away.
you know,
The
and like I
baby,
said,
the bathwater,
you know what I'm
the
saying?
sponge,
Like
throw them
some
all
people
away.
some people see certain things in Buddhism that are, you know what I mean, and then so that's the thing. That's the question. But like I said, I think to throw away religion, yes, I don't think you really it's not no longer it's no longer needed. You know what I mean?
they don't need
You're
religion
right.
to
Not
do
at
the
all.
things that we
Right.
we
Right.
as atheists
Right.
do and secular
Absolutely.
humanists do.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Now there is a lady, if she's listening right now, I have one on my Facebook, and if she's listening to this video right now, she's a humanist, and she says something about on my Facebook about humanism, that she's wondering if she's gonna remain a humanist because of the fact that they don't care about animals. Or certain things
Mm,
like that. So she comes from that perspective.
right,
I'm not gonna get into that now, but like I said,
right.
you can have an argument for a lot of different things.
That's right.
And a lot of different angles.
Hmm.
Now when it comes to religion, like I said, I believe if it doesn't have a good function, a positive function in your life, then throw that thing away. And then that's the argument. So is believing in this a good thing for you? Is it not? Or is this and that's the argument, you know what I mean? When it comes to, like, does it retard your psychological development? Does it toss the Johnson and Johnson? No tears,
Yes, yes,
baby
it does.
soap with the bath water, Logan.
It messes with people's
I like you,
functioning.
Logan. You
Okay.
funny, bro.
Yeah,
Super chat, bro.
super chat.
All right.
How
Let's
about
let's
this?
let's let's
Yeah.
continue. Let's continue. I have to make sure I keep on track with both of you
Yeah.
because both of you can
Yeah.
get into these conversations. All
All
right,
right.
let's go.
All right.
Phil, you got it?
That was the end of that video.
Yeah.
It
That's
couldn't
what I
have
thought.
been.
That's what I thought.
Because weren't you at minus 308?
No, we were
This
at
is
308.
oh, I went to minus 308. Sorry, it's my
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
We were
yeah.
at 308. Okay, you know what? Let me no, we
Yeah,
were at
yeah, you
308.
can go from 308
No,
because I
no.
did minus 308.
I'm gonna have to go in a quick second for two
Okay, all
minutes.
right, let me thing it again.
You can just
Show it
play it
again.
from about 3 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem. I'll do that.
And not only
Uh,
since
let's
I'm
go
just
there.
I'm just talking for a filler. So not
Mhm.
only and to say that there's no. See, I'm sounding like I'm defending
I
theists.
no,
I'm
no,
sounding
no,
like I'm
no,
defending theists today. But I love it
no,
because I love
no.
I love
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's good. This is
and that's
good.
and that's the thing. I wanted to challenge because I love what
no, but
Challenge, yeah.
Rob,
I love what your moderator said
no,
because he
but
said
Rob,
if it was
Rob, Rob,
go ahead.
you have said at the start of
Yeah.
this, you're not so much talking about religion is not
Yeah.
your number one thing to do, right? You have the kind of
But I can't
conversation.
no, but I can though. If we get down to the nitty gritty of it, if it comes to certain things, I can
Yeah,
go
okay,
there. You know what I
okay,
mean? If you want to talk about Moses, you want to talk about some of these stories, I can go there. But
okay.
that's not my main cup of tea.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
that's what I was trying to get at too. Now we're talking about when I said the baby with the bathwater and all that. Well, to sit there at the same time when we're talking about people don't realize that it has a lot of mythology, a lot of legend, and history all mixed up. You do have some historical facts in there in the
Mm.
Bible,
And what's that historical fact going to do
and
to
right,
how is
right,
that going
right.
to
Today in modern time, I get what you're
how's it
saying.
going to help me?
Right? No, no,
Will
I
it
get. No,
will the historical facts in the book will it put food on my table? Will it buy
well,
me chicken? Sorry, guys.
well,
I just being
well. I mean, see, that's the whole debate because there's a lot of historians, but there's a lot of there's a lot of historians will argue, you know, that well, to say that history, but then at the same time to say that I get what you're saying, but at the same
I
time
got
saying
it.
that
Yeah,
history doesn't
yeah,
make any sense. Like history does what does to know our history, is it beneficial, helpful for us today?
yeah.
If we talk about history,
Yeah, we need
Mm.
not
really need
necessarily
the
No,
religion.
history.
history can be beneficial, but then you also have to look at
I'm not saying
is
religion, but
like
we're talking about history.
right, but the in terms of it's like okay, 1,000 years from now, some person might come and see Spider-Man in New York. New York is a real place that's
Mm,
historical,
mm,
etc.
mm,
But the character itself,
yeah.
Spider-Man, is not a real person. Therein
Mm.
lies the problem, and a lot of the archaeological findings right now are showing that what the Bible claimed to be history is not history. And it's more so, I think, that the persons back then were trying to convey a story, more so a flawed story, admittedly flawed element,
Yeah. No, but see, that's a whole
right?
nother
So, but
that's a whole nother conversation. I know, I definitely know about that where they use tropes and motifs and certain things from
yeah, so the
yeah,
historical
yeah,
part is
yeah,
like
yeah,
not
right.
really because it has
But
it
right.
really wrong. They were just using elements.
And I must, history back then wasn't, how we tell it, in a linear fashion today is not how they did it back in the day. They wasn't. It was. See, that's the thing. When you start to learn history and how it was that history back then wasn't meant to have all these fine details or things like that. That's not how they really told history. It was they mainly it through storytelling mainly, and so that was mainly their way of doing history, like Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of the monsters and stuff never existed. I mean, come on. So to my thing is this, people, we have to really use our, trust me, I'm against religion in a sense where it retards us, it gets us not to think critically, but also at the same time I'm saying when you look at these texts and you have that, and if you have that type of brain when you look at these texts and these things, it's like I mean, like duh, like but to say that you can't learn anything through stories, I would be
No, no,
lying.
you can't. No, no, no. You
I'd be
can learn
lying
things
to you.
through stories. You
I
can
mean,
learn
people, you
things
could be
through
on a
stories,
battlefield.
but
You can be on a battlefield and give a story to your soldiers and your troops. Nat Turner and the slave revolt, the Haiti rebellion. I'm sure there was some certain stories that were
yeah,
told. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I'm not so I'm not an atheist, a militant atheist that's so dogmatic on that. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Yeah.
I do get it. But yeah, at the same time, like I said, when you really delve into history, I'm like, really, like you really thought that they, you know what I mean? But when you look into it, what's happening today, you can't. You have to put it in context, historical context. Back then, that storytelling wasn't, things weren't written in that fashion when it comes to history. You look that up. When you look at, you can't look at what they're doing now historically
So, so,
and
so it can.
compare
So
it
can
to
we
how it
really
was
call
back
that
then.
history? Can you really call it history? Is then it more so story because Christians will
Yeah, I
claim
wouldn't call it. Yeah, correct. That
historic,
way,
right?
correct.
The historical means that it's true,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
these stories are true. But these
yeah.
stories are not true
Right,
necessarily. They're
right,
not true, and they were how they were written. We
right,
know now from
right, right, right,
archaeological findings that
right,
these
right,
stories are not all true, and there's
right.
some embellishment, etc.
Absolutely,
And some
absolutely,
were written years after the
absolutely,
fact, and so on. Right?
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
is when people start taking this and then
'Cause-
claiming it to be
yeah,
actual history in
right,
the
right.
context of what we understand
That
history
is a
to
pro.
be.
That
Right?
is a
That's the
problem.
problem.
That is a
Right?
problem.
So
But I
I
think
am
I'm more on the.
very careful
I'm,
to use
I'm
that word history. I would say
yeah, yeah,
story,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
stories,
yeah, yeah. No, I feel you. I'm on the same page. I feel you. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you do have those militant atheists or certain mythicists that throw everything out there. Just the hell with the whole thing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, there are
Yeah,
some.
there's some mythicists who
Mhm,
look at they will actually talk about the motifs coming from those who look at it critically, like Dr. Richard
right.
Carrier. Richard Carrier is not one
Exactly.
is better.
Better.
He looks at it from more
Exactly.
the historic,
Exactly.
looking at the archaeological
Right.
and the
Hmm.
motifs and so on.
Yep.
But
Yep.
he
I
does
agree.
say that there are mythicists out there who just throwing a
That's
lot of hogwash
thank you, and that's my point.
out,
That's
right?
that's that's
And people are just taking it as that. But
right.
they as you said, yeah, a lot of them are just throwing it out
Right.
just so, right.
Right.
But you have those who look and realize, okay, there are some because of when you look at ancient Near East,
Mm.
the and even the Hellenistic periods and so
Mhm.
on, you
Mhm.
realize that a lot of stuff was borrowed from the other
Absolutely.
religions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some the Greeks had influence on
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Christian thinking,
Right.
so
But see,
these things.
that's the point though. Was it, is it a is it a good thing? All that's the question. That's the debate.
Right,
Is it
right.
is it is
But
it is it
it's
good to, right, to like, because they use certain stories to inspiration
right,
as
and
well.
if you look at like how we have the Greek mythologies where there are some person, the story
And people,
actually gives a
yeah,
certain
right,
some things you can learn from that story. But the Bible is like that too. That is a bunch of stories,
yeah.
but the problem is people are seeing it as, oh, this is the word of
That's the yeah,
actual
yeah,
God
and that's where I have a
or
problem with.
deity, and that's
Right,
wherein It
Right,
probably, but you can even look at the Bible and study as a literature book to
right,
see,
right.
you
But
know, how these
but I'm
people are thinking at the point
correct,
in time and so
and
on.
I agree, and I agree with you. That's where the problem lies when you have these people that are doing that. But to say that people don't like fantasies or
Yeah,
th-
people like fantasies.
or
Yeah,
fictional books,
thriller books.
come
Yeah,
on. Not,
yeah,
I'm not saying me. I was always
yeah.
into non-fictional and true history and things like that. In our type, we're pretty much similar. But I'm saying there are people out there that they love that fantasy world. They love those thinking,
Hmm.
that they can. In some ways, you have some psychologists or certain scientists or certain people that say that sometimes when you're into, I've been told this, when you kind of look at uh fantasy or other things that's outside of
Hmm.
reality, in a way it kind of helps you kind of be creative.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Be
understand?
creative.
So
Yeah,
so so
yeah,
so
yeah.
right now, listening, who's ever listening, may be some creatives as well, whether it's music or art or whatever. To say that, you think some of the
But you're right.
artwork some of the people use are all, you know what I mean? Come on,
Yeah,
man. Come
but
on.
then you look at
So
some
is it
same
so
Greek
is it all really
mythologies.
negative? That's why I
Right.
always particularly put
It
myself,
is how,
is it
especially how
harming?
it's used, is and whether or not people actually believe it to be true. Because once they
Mm,
start believing it to be true,
yeah.
therein lies the
That's where the
problem.
problem lies.
And
That's where the
the
problem lies.
like we have seen some good movies based on mythologies,
Right.
Greek mythologies.
Right.
When some people, when some guys do movies based on like Indiana Jones and
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Lost Ark, based
Right.
on the Ark of the
Th-
Covenant.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
mean, you
That's
get
a
some
good one.
really good fantasy
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
stories out
yeah,
of
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
things. But you know, of course, the
And let's keep
Christians,
it. And
when
let's
you
keep it.
start
And we
doing
have to.
these things,
Yeah, yeah. It's not good, but I have to keep it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I try to. I try to. I'm keeping it honest. I'm trying to keep it real. Like now, you telling me that now the realness is coming out of you. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Because like you said, the I don't like it either ultimately, but I'm saying it is entertaining, it is fun. We do look at these things, you do see you hear about, and you do see some benefit through people, certain creatives that create certain things. They get imagining things and imagination. There's some people say imagination is a terrible thing to waste, huh?
yeah,
uh
yeah. We
I mean,
have a
the
super
power the
sticker,
power the power of the brain,
the power of the
is very,
brain. Yeah,
is
yeah,
very powerful. And at times it can change certain things anatomically, well, in
yes,
certain ways.
yeah.
You
We
understand?
have a
So,
super sticker from
hey,
Logan
big
Fisher.
up
Thanks,
Logan,
Logan.
big up yourself,
399.
man.
Big up. Yep, yep,
I,
yep,
I,
yep.
you from Trinidad, right?
No, I am from Barbados.
Barbados, those one of them. Bayesian, all
Yeah,
right.
major.
Bayesian, huh? All
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
yeah. All right. Yeah, let me
And
hear some more.
my grandfather is from Guyana.
Oh, but
Yeah,
yeah, we have a lot of Bajans went to Guyana, and we
yeah,
have a lot of Guyanese that came
yeah,
here too, and
yeah.
still come
Absolutely,
here. So is
absolutely.
that
Yeah,
cross culture?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, big up.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say it's the Lord
Uh,
God. Now you just said we don't have to lay a hand on them. Why? Because you don't want nobody to lay a hand on your precious little white girl. But let me
No,
beat
that's
my
not
side of
it.
the
That's
kingdom.
not
I'm gonna beat the
it.
shit out of all of them. I'm
It,
gonna beat the shit out
Oh,
of them white bitches for you. And I'm gonna let you
wow.
sit there and cry like
See.
a
Now, there's a lot of
so-
sexism, a
yes.
lot of sexism, sexist. I mean, there was. Listen, if I want to be real critical, there was sexism in the Black Panther movement. A
Mm-hmm.
lot, a lot. Let's keep it real. See, that's
Yeah.
the thing. I see. That's why I talk about a lot of, when you pigeonhole yourself and you throw yourself in. No,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a little bitch while I'm beating their ass.
no, it ain't.
I think he just froze. Rob G, you still there? Yeah, yeah, you just froze
yeah,
about
yeah.
for
But I'm
10
here.
seconds. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man.
gonna
I'ma
do that.
dash they little babies up against the stones. And I'ma
Look,
dash they babies up against the stones.
You,
So there you
damn
go.
right, damn right, like they did our kids. Like, man, you niggas
Damn
is some
right.
real suckers. To
You
turn
need to read
around and
Obadiah. That's what you need to read.
after
You need to
all of
read
what these
Obadiah,
people,
brother.
after all of what these people have done to us and what they continue to do to us, you want to sit here and be a bitch instead of saying, you know what, I want what the Lord wants in the Bible. But instead in your heart, you want to turn around and save the white woman. You ready to jump off a fucking cliff. If this was a stage that we was on, you to jump off of it and broke your goddamn neck trying to save white women, man. Like you said, I would love to have me a white woman that's one of my wives. Well, take your soft ass and go get a white woman because you ain't built to handle no sister. Just go do what you do. Don't try to lie on the Bible.
no, you making it black and white. So then Africans that rule the world, you're gonna be beating them too, right? Just say
We
you're gonna
gonna
be beating
beat
black.
their ass. Yes, we are.
Okay. So why
Crazy.
Hold on, Ty. What is that? Joel
just be
2 and
real. You gotta be
27?
real with it. Just be
Hold on,
real
let's
with it.
read
You're
it.
gonna be
Man, y'all.
Oh gosh,
Yeah. See,
all
and
of
that's
them
it.
just talking the same
Yeah,
time. They're not
talking over
talking over
each
each other, not
other.
discussing. That's not discussion.
Like
That's
I said,
gone into
ad hominems,
yes,
insulting each other and certain things like that, and that's where most of the conversation. And if you listen to this whole thing, they'll probably only put out only a few scriptures, and
yeah.
yeah, it's not even
There's
yeah,
nothing scholarly brought into
right,
the
right, right,
conversation really
right. Nothing to
to
edify the
really
brain,
to
man.
edify the brain and to really look at the issues or
Right,
ah
right, right.
I like intellectual
Yeah,
conversations
yeah.
and
Ditto.
things on point, you know.
Yeah.
Ain't beating shit. Won't
I'm gonna
God
get
send
them
y'all back to
Hamites
y'all
too.
land
you're
that y'all
gonna be
supposed to be in?
whipping and chopping off
You gonna
Africans
dog
too.
walk them too, nigga. What you talking about?
Japanese, Chinese, that's fine. But what I'm telling
Y'all
you is
ain't
this: if
walking.
that's how, but what I'm telling you is this: when we came out of Egypt, it was signs and wonders. Moses didn't have to lay a hand on them. That's what I'm telling you. And when he spoke in Zechariah 14
Signs and
about the
wonders.
last days, he said the plagues of Egypt were going to come upon the nations that didn't come up
So
and keep the Feast of
the Lord
Tabernacle.
never told us
We're
to
gonna
put
put
our
the
hands on them
plagues on
either.
them.
But you know,
Even talking about
what
the plagues.
they don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what I am realizing here too is that they don't. One is accusing the other of this and that. Both use
You
scripture.
you realizing they're ignorant as shit.
Yeah.
A
But
lack of
one is saying that they are
skill.
not presenting truth or thinking critically. But both of
Right,
them use the same methodology.
right, right, right.
The bad really poor methodology of determining whether something is true or not. They both are talking from a faith position,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not from a critical,
Right.
scientific,
Historical method. Right. Mm-hmm.
historical,
Right.
scholarly position.
Absolutely.
So they
Absolutely.
are accusing each other of the same thing, doing the
Yep.
same thing,
Yep. Yep.
doing the
Yep.
same thing. So when they're calling out the
It,
other, they're doing the same thing.
right. And that's what I'm saying. For
It's
me,
just circular.
right, and that's what I was trying to tell. That's the truth. For me, I can get into religion best that I know how and know of, but I know most of this clubhouse is going to be this stuff right here. You're not gonna hear them talk about the certain like you said they're arguing from a faith perspective.
Yeah.
If you're gonna argue about something happened or something is real, well, can you give me a source that was unbiased? That's if I'm talking about the
Best as
Bible,
possible.
give me a story outside of the Bible. Give me a
Yes,
external source. Give
external source
me
or what the
give,
scholars have
yeah,
found.
you
You
understand
know.
some remains
Mm,
or right
yeah,
some
yeah.
remains or something or an out and another source or something like that. Give us a
Right,
better
and
data.
even when scholars find certain things, then it is then based sometimes even on probabilities
Mm-hmm.
or based on
Yep. Yep.
what might have been probable. They're not saying it did really
Right.
happen this way, but this based on the evidence we
They're
have
yelling out.
or the data, it seems as if this
Right.
is what happened. Therein lies the problem with religion,
Right.
especially dogmatic
Absolutely.
religion. And that's what's
Absolutely.
happening there. They claim to have the truth. they're not open to
Right.
being wrong or
Yep.
seeing
Yep.
that okay, this position might be wrong.
Yeah.
No.
They
So
talk. They,
that's
they,
see
they
the
Has
talking about.
arguments too.
They talking about coming
has
out of
Yes.
Egypt and plagues, and I'm like, oh my.
has Rob changed his mind yet about religion, and we just throw
What do you mean? I
everything
am an atheist. What you
out
talking
there?
about? Stop it! Stop it! You know, I'm an
All right.
atheist. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Logan Fisher. Oh, wow, nice. Super sticker. Thank you.
Yeah, we bought that up. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Absolutely.
The hand
Absolutely.
of them.
Praise the Lord.
Y'all out there, click the like button, subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Like and
go to my
subscribe.
channel, go to Phil G's channel,
Yeah.
subscribe, like, super chat. Let's go.
Did the Lord ever tell us when we came out of Egypt to put our hands on the heathen?
As far as going into the land, no. What happened was when we were passing through.
What
Oh, I can
happened
find the
was,
reference.
that's
He
how you
just
know
said,
it's already
I
a
can
lie.
no, I can find the
right.
reference. It and he told us to send a letter to Edom and tell Edom that while we're going into the land, we'll buy bread and water from you, and that we won't take anything. We're just going straight through. And Amalek came and smote us in the rear. In the book of Deuteronomy, uh, uh,
And
um,
what
all
was
the king of Bashan,
required? Okay,
all,
okay,
all
okay.
all the
Brother
king of Bashan
Beasley.
and the Amorites came and they smote us first. We didn't touch them people; they touched
Okay,
us first.
Beasley, Brother
We
Beasley.
protected ourselves.
What did the
We
Lord
will know.
require Saul to do? What did the Lord require Saul to do to Amalek?
We were supposed to repay Amalek, and Saul
We
did that.
Saul
Saul
repay
did
them
not
how?
do it. Saul did not do it.
Saul did come
Repay them
and
how?
kill Amalek.
You see, a lot
Did
of
he wipe him out? Did the Lord?
these in this room in particular are already believers. They're already believers. So and they're fighting amongst themselves, their faction or whatever. They're fighting amongst what do they what parts are they should abide by and follow and things like that. But they're already believers, so they're not.
So, but what's this idea that you heard them read the scripture, and then the question they ask is, "Oh, he wanted us to do this, and he wanted." No, he didn't want you to do nothing. Those are the Amalekites. Those are the Canaanites. Those are
Mm,
the Jebusites,
Appetites.
and those
right,
whatever types these people are. It's nothing to do with you. God is not
right.
expecting you to do anything.
You know,
why
yeah,
why have they looked at the white people and
yeah.
said, oh, the white people are the what do they call them now, the gosh, what was that?
See, the thing is, you got a lot of black folks that try to see themselves in certain religion and things, and
Mhm.
I understand it, but it can be dangerous. You can't go. Okay, it was no white Jesus, color of brass, or wool, but my man ain't wearing no dreadlocks or having a big, afro picking his head with a fist. I'm like, come on, bro, you going a little too far. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he ain't looking like
It's
Marcus.
hyperbole.
He ain't looking like Marcus Garvey now. Jesus ain't coming
No,
out. Come on, let's calm that down.
they get walk. Hey, and Trisha Star says, I
But
made
hold
it
on,
out of the
let's go.
Hebrew Israelite cult.
Colt,
Listen, I
yeah,
would
Ooh,
love to hear
Mhm.
that story at
yeah,
some point.
yeah, absolutely.
Whenever you feel
C-
ready and you
c-
wish you could share with us, I would love to hear that story.
but
Absolutely.
let's go back to the white girl I saw with the archaeology that you
Oh yeah,
the
D
comment.
D. Right. Okay.
Yeah, D Boudreaux. And I like the last name
D
there.
Budro. I call it Budro. Budro.
I think it's more like
But
Boudreaux.
Budro. Okay,
Budro.
I wouldn't
I
know.
think so.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
I
French.
But
call it Budro.
archaeology proved a lot wrong. The flood, the Exodus, Jericho. Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, now now there's now if we want to get detailed in the things like that, and you can move that super chat out of the where I can see my man Phil G in the corner in the bottom. No, but and maybe Phil G can add on to this. And I agree with you, D. Um, that the archaeology has proven a lot of stuff wrong. They also proven some stuff right, and also
Mm-hmm.
they have people, that have theories in a lot of explaining is going on for the
Mm-hmm.
flood in Exodus and things like that. So there are people that have these theories that are ongoing and saying, now to say that the Exodus happened exactly on how the Bible said it, the consensus of scholarship said no. But there are people out there that are trying to find different ways, different apologists are trying to find
Apologies.
different ways to explain that away and things
But you
like that. So
understand why they're doing that, Rob?
yeah, yeah.
Because
Absolutely,
because
absolutely.
what is found
Hmm.
blows their usual narrative out of the water, and they're suffering cognitive dissonance and trying to
Mm, mm,
find a way to make
right.
it still fit.
They trying to
Therein
find that.
lies the problem, trying
They're
to
trying to
make
find
it
that key to
fit.
get it fit in that
But
keyhole there. Absolutely.
but then what happens is that they make a lot of blunders and a lot of mental contortions, and I
Right,
still
right.
know what else I call them. Right, but
Using these big words now.
contort,
What the
bending and
historian
twisting.
what the John Henry Clark said, using them five them $10-$20 words for $5 or 50-cent situations, man. Come on now. Trying to sound smart. Hey, look, trying to sound smart with these big words. That don't mean you could be right off track,
Listen, listen,
no, but I
Rob,
get you.
No, but
Rob. Phil is a science teacher,
yeah,
right?
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
That,
Okay.
yeah,
that
yeah,
so he must understand that
and
Mm.
he's the clever one around here.
oh my gosh,
Hey,
I
hey.
just
I feel you. I feel you. Now
but
go ahead, my man.
usually I try to explain if I use certain terminology, explain
Mm.
what I mean by that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but they do all these twists and turns to make it fit. So it's
Absolutely.
something that these guys here are doing for their own belief.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's what they do, that's the dangerous thing, as I keep saying about religion,
Right.
especially if it's based on that faith. And faith, it has to be right. They have to be correct. You know, how do I
Right.
explain this? When I was a Christian, I did the same thing because they realized things weren't fitting, and then
No.
they came up with something else, and then they realized that wasn't working, and they realized, right? So yeah, so that's
Absolutely.
what happens here.
Ask him to wipe them out.
Yes, yes, he did tell them to wipe them out. That was the curse that
Did
came
Saul
on.
wipe? Did Saul kill the king? Did he wipe all the Amalekites?
As far as I remember, yeah, you want to pull it up? It's Samuel's. It's First Samuel's.
Oh, God.
You want me to pull it up, or
So
you want to
you're
build
hold on,
it?
hold on. So you're saying right now that Saul wiped out the Amalekites? He followed.
You know he's finna lie.
Yeah, he wiped them out.
He-
That's where he went and he smote the
Jesus
city,
Christ.
and then he came back to Samuel and he said, What's the
Keep it going. I'll be right back.
Okay,
bleating
no
of the sheep?"
worries.
That was the Amalekites. He used Saul to
So
take them out.
he killed every single one of them.
So are you saying the white man is Amalekites now? What do you?
Confounded.
Oh
Okay,
my
look,
goodness. Why
man.
you stuck on the white
I'm
You
just
man?
missed the
saying.
point. You missed the point.
Why you stuck on the
We don't
white
want to
man?
go
Because
Jesus.
The brother
We
point
not
is,
going.
did
Hold
Saul
on,
do
hold on.
everything?
What does that have to do with anything in terms of white?
You see, listen, you see why I don't like the Bible. You see,
Right? No, I
you
don't
can
like it
find
either.
anyone can find anything in there to fit whatever narrative.
Right, that narrative
What have the Amalekites got to do with any of us today?
of today, correct? And then, of course, one there, he clearly doesn't know the Bible because Saul didn't wipe out all the Amalekites. He kept the women I think, and the king, the
For
Amalekite,
himself.
for himself. So then there is like, and they're arguing. All of them, they don't know shit about the Bible.
Oh
They don't
no,
know
these
anything.
ones they claim they know. You're the one who doesn't know. You
No,
who doesn't believe
they
what
just
they
don't know.
believe from the Bible, you're the one who doesn't know. Mm, oh
Hold
gosh.
on,
You
All right.
supposed to do.
hold on, hold on. We're not worrying whether they're white men. We're just asking you a simple question: did he wipe out all the Amalekites? Yes or no? Yeah, as far as I know, he went and he killed men, women, and children. Yes, he did. He did. He killed all of them. He killed all of them.
When the unlearned speak, they say it don't matter.
I mean, what is the point? You said so now you want us to go kill men, women. What do you what is the reference or the
Come on,
context?
Mr.
Because you
Softy.
want
That's
to
not what
show
he's
that you
talking
don't
about.
know. You
That's not
don't
what
know
he's
the
talking about.
Bible, bro. You don't know the scriptures. You want to update the Bible. You don't know the ones that's
So
there right
you
now.
know it. You don't know the scripture, but no, you know it. You who wants to go and lay hands on
Mm-hmm.
these people, right? The so-called
Mm-hmm.
white people. You want to go lay hands on you're the one who knows the book. You and
Definitely, we have
Trisha.
to have Trisha on. Yeah.
No. She says not ready for that
Oh,
conversation just
oh,
yet.
okay, okay, okay,
Yes. Oh boy,
okay.
I like this part right here. Rob, me I go on. We are go on. You feel leave me friend feel. I know.
Rob,
Trisha,
Trisha.
Trisha says, Rob, me I go on. You feel leave me friend feel alone, right? She leave her friend feel alone. I don't know what you did to him.
Phil, Phil, Phil,
You know that you think to me.
Phil's my guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Phil's my guy. We on the same page. We on the same team.
Yeah.
What
That's
you
right.
talking about? Why
I
go
know
on
I
here?
can't watch you.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I said. I was like, y'all, yeah, but no, I'm no.
Okay. And Trisha says, listening to this brings back some memories of me being out there. You two were on the street corners,
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
spewing this biblical nonsense,
Yeah.
screaming at people, especially when they
Swim,
didn't
swim.
agree.
That's what.
Oh my goodness, Trisha.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
I
that's
thought it
that's
was only
wild.
the men. I thought it was only the men who did that. I didn't know the women did that too.
It's funny. I haven't seen the women. I haven't
Mhm.
seen women doing that. Mainly men, but yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Yeah,
Wow.
I've always looked at that like crazy. I'm like, no wonder these people. Ain't nobody gonna be listening to you screaming at them like that. Like, what the hell?
But
In their purple regalia. Hmm.
Mm.
but you know that the even here we have people who go
When they're
on
all
some
overweight.
crazy street corners and
Anyway.
use a what you call that, a bullhorn,
The
preaching, yeah,
megaphones.
megaphones, preaching
Uh huh.
loud,
Uh
loud,
huh.
loud, loud, and think
Right.
as if that's going to get somebody
Right.
to
To listen,
keeping all that noise to listen.
like our friend G-Man,
Oh yeah.
riding his bicycle and talking to the atheists. Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm,
What?
mm.
Tell me about it.
Oh, oh, listen, I will tell you all about that. Mm-mm.
Right.
Is this clown on YouTube?
He
He
claims to know everything.
reckons himself a an apologist for the Christian side.
Who's G Man? You talking about? That's you, Phil? Or is it? No, that's
No,
No, no,
somebody.
no,
no.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay. Oh,
no,
it's somebody
no.
else. Okay, that's another person.
Mm.
That's the guy
Yeah,
that you're describing right now, G Man.
Listen,
yeah, yeah.
listen,
Okay, okay.
Rob, 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 Rob.
He out the
It's
UK as well. He's in the UK. Okay.
no. He's in the
No,
US.
he's in
Rob,
You
Jersey.
okay? Okay.
Rob.
Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
is a rabbit hole. Trust
Oh,
me,
mhm.
you do not want to get
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want
I
to.
I am deep in that rabbit hole. I'm
Mm,
I'm very deep in there. I've even I've even got his attention, right? To
mm,
the extent I even made it to one of his on his intro. He's got three dancing skeletons that are supposed to be atheists. I'm one of those skeletons. So Listen,
Wow.
it's a rabbit hole.
Yo. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We
Say that
will
for
come
another
back.
time for sure.
We'll come
Mm.
back
Damn, I
to
didn't know it
that.
was
That's
that deep.
next. Oh my, it's deep. It's
Yeah,
deep.
Wow.
deep.
Whew. Hey,
Oh,
Baran. All right. Okay, let's carry on. Oh my God.
just read that before you.
Not preaching, but was assisting the kings. Ugh, ugh. Giving them water and bringing lunch or whatever they needed. Please, Trisha, help me with this, Trisha. Help me. Are, are the men allowed to marry several wives? Or because I've heard a few things, alluding to that fact. Are they
Mm,
allowed to have as many women as they want?
mm.
And are the women allowed to have? How does it work? So I'm just curious to know. Would like to see your answer. Right. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, this is
Mm.
terrible.
Update the Bible. I never said update the Bible. I never said that.
What
Yes,
did
you
you
did.
say?
That's
The
that's
first thing you
exactly what you're
said.
saying.
No,
That's
no,
exactly
Oh
what you're
my
saying.
God.
no. The
wait.
12 tribes
Hold
chart.
on, hold on.
Stupid ass
Am
dude.
I wrong? I'm
The
wrong.
12
I-
no, the
Yeah,
12
you
tribes
wrong.
chart
Now
is the
you now
Bible.
you backtrack.
The
Are
You
you
12
wrong
wait,
for
backtracking in
wanting to
tribes
line.
is
update
the
the
Bible.
Bible? Yes, you're wrong, sir.
That was not
wait,
Yes.
wait,
we
wait,
didn't say
wait, wait.
12
Hold
tribes
on.
came from the
Hold
Bible,
on,
brother.
hold on. Maybe I didn't hear. Maybe I didn't hear you. Tell me what did we need to update then? I didn't hear you right. What did we need to update?
Right. Right. I started out, I was talking about updating. I didn't get a chance to go to my reference, but the reference was Apollos in the book of Acts. He
Uh
needed
huh.
Priscilla and Aquila to come and give him more information because he never heard of the Holy Ghost. So
I
what
agree
I'm
with you.
saying is you start out at
Say
one
10.
point and more information comes in, you get away from doctrines, damnable doctrines. So what I was saying about the
Okay.
12 tribe chart is it's no need for it right now because it's not
Okay.
biblically sound, it's not biblically sound, and it's outdated because it's before the internet where we could share information freely because it's not accurate. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh,
I never said the
So
okay,
Bible
well,
was
yeah, 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 you did.
updated.
Hold
The,
on. But
hold
but he
on, hold on,
said,
hold on.
hold on, Da,
We
one
were talking
second,
about
one
the
second.
Go
twelve
I
ahead.
got you.
tribe
Go ahead.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead. Go
Da,
ahead.
I got
Can
you.
we stop? Can we?
Hey, the thing is,
Oh
when
my
we
God! Can you
some
see the
some some
comments?
some of these comments. That's what I'm saying. There's some deep. Some of these comments. Whenever we pause the audio, then we can put up
Mhm.
some of these comments because then we
Okay,
can
okay.
Okay.
give
Okay. No problem.
something
Or
to answer
better still, we
because we
can
can go back a few of those comments that are, you know what I mean.
better still, what we could do is highlight the comments,
Yeah,
and then when this
Oh
is nearly
yeah.
finished. The video is not long.
because a lot of these comments I would like to go back
We
to.
no, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
Yeah,
we can
I
in
like
the
yeah,
them.
private chat you can highlight them and then
yeah,
go
Right.
back to them. But
yeah,
this
yeah,
particular one, I wasn't going to go past this at all.
yeah. But
Right
the
at
one,
19.
but the one
Okay,
I even want to go back
19.
to Trisha with the Kings. Wow, man.
This is all just going on from that
Yeah.
previous conversation about
Yeah.
kings.
Wow.
Oh.
And wait, what I don't understand, for some reason, this is the religion that seems to be taking over. It's in a lot of conversations that are being had.
What are you talking
Why?
about? The Hebrew?
Why?
You talking about the Hebrew Israelites?
Yes,
I think
yes.
you know what? Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Why?
The
Why are people not talking about this other stuff?
true.
Why is the
No, but
focus all about taking over the white man and taking? This is an abusive cult.
Beautiful.
no, but
Yeah.
the thing is, the Hebrew Israelites has been around for the longest time. They've always been in Times Square. They always been around screaming at white folks and doing these things like that. And nobody has been taking them seriously until this Kanye West and Kyrie Irving debacle that's going on right
True,
now. You
true.
understand? So
Mm.
it's putting a light to them again. It's putting a
Spotlight.
light
Hmm.
spotlighting them right now. But they've been around.
Mm.
It's been the From Hebrews to Negroes is on Amazon. It's been on there for a long time. This I've been, there's some people that Mandisa Thomas. I
Yes, I
interviewed
know
her.
Yeah.
Mandisa.
Ask Mandisa Thomas. She knows. She's from New York. She's been around. We
Mm,
talked about
mm,
some of these groups actually in my interview with her.
mm,
See,
mm,
Wow.
go to my YouTube channel and y'all realize I've been about this. I've
mm,
been doing
Mm.
this. And even to those YouTube, matter of fact, I can even go on and on. The I can about the not only that, black folks on the internet, we've been doing this, interviewing people from the myth visions of the world, from the Derek from myth visions of the world to the atheist networks to the line, all those things. You know Richard Finley, he was the first person that interviewed the one white atheist that had some allegedly racist comments that Derek from Myth Vision has stopped interviewing. What's his name? Richard.
Oh, that
Was it
gentleman,
Robert? Robert.
the older
Yeah,
man,
older gentleman with the beard. Correct.
older,
Uh,
yeah, Rob.
right. I
I
forgot his
think he
Robert.
apologized.
Yeah,
It looks like
Robert.
he apologized.
I don't know. I don't know.
Looks like he apologized.
I don't think.
We covered that stream on here.
Okay, I didn't know if he did, and I
covered
don't know
that.
if he did or not. But but I can
Not
get
the
into that.
apology. Not the
Yeah,
apology. I don't know about.
yeah. No, but the thing is, when you so popular, anyway, I knew they wasn't gonna keep him away
Listen,
from.
listen. Okay,
I
you
didn't.
know what? I'm gonna
Let me kill this point though. I'm gonna
go
hit
on,
this.
go on, go on.
Okay. So no, but like I said, with that one guy in particular, it was a black person, Richard Finley,
Right.
who I interviewed on my thing, who he was the first person by his own admission and on
Mm-hmm,
his own YouTube channel. This Robert guy, that was the first person who interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? And it was a black person. So when he was on when Black Planet was around. You know what I'm saying? So we've been doing these things. I can talk on and on, man. So these spaces where we talked about religion and things like that,
mm-hmm.
and we've been doing this.
Right.
I was about to go on another tangent to something else, but I'm gonna leave that part alone. Whenever we want to discuss the atheist
I
on the
wanted
in-
to.
on the internet, I'm gonna give my opinion and tell you some real facts about this thing right here.
I
But
wanted to play
but the
devil's advocate, Rob.
Hebrew Israelites, yeah, the Hebrew Israelites. My point is, the Hebrew Israelites been around for a long time. They've been
Mm-hmm.
yelling and screaming in the streets. Trisha knows that. It's
Yes.
just they've been given that light
Mm-hmm.
spotlight right now because of this, unfortunately, because of the situation. So it's nothing new. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, the certain the white folks, when I say that, I mean the supremacist racists, they don't they're not taking them seriously. Anybody that moves the needle, that are unifying people or that are truly moving the needle, they dead and gone. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
Lumumba around. You don't see Fred Hampton around. You don't see people that are truly, have something really. Malcolm X. You don't come on. They don't take them guys seriously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't take them guys seriously. They got a little spotlight. They got a little time in the sun, but it's gonna be, it's gonna fade away. They'll still be around, hooping and hollering, but nobody will really, you know, fade of them. But go ahead.
I was going to play devil's advocate
Yeah.
for a second there. You were talking about Rob, the Rob who
Yeah. Robert
espousing
Price. Robert Price is his name.
yes.
Robert
Mm-hmm.
Price.
Now,
Hmm.
now you a few minutes ago, Rob, we're talking about not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, right?
Mm, okay.
That's exactly the same sentiment some people had. Because some people would say, we cancel him. The atheists must not, engage with him. Must not. And some people were like, hang on a second. Oh, it's okay to have him break down all this history and all
Mm,
these
mm,
good things.
mm,
But now, because you've heard about his support for Donald Trump and
mm.
his extreme right leaning views, now we want to throw the baby out with the bathwater,
So
right?
so you so
So
you
it's
you're
exactly
basically
the same
so
sentiments.
so you're talking
So
about this. You talking about this cancel culture thing that's
that's
going
right.
on right
Okay.
now, and I told you my opinion when I interviewed you a little bit about this before you even knew more about the Robert Price thing. Um,
Yes.
but the Robert Price thing is funny because I had noticed, certain people are trying to, yeah, they it was a good thing that some of them kind of got away from him or whatever.
Yes.
But then there were some of them that end up using them for clout, for likes and
One person that
Mm-hmm.
did that was what's his name?
History Valley.
No, what's his
No, the
name?
guy from History Valley. I don't
No,
know
no,
his
no,
name, but History
no,
Valley.
gosh, 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 gosh. Oh,
I'm
this
telling you.
guy, I really like this guy, but
No, but when I'm
he,
telling you,
I remember his name.
I'm
I
telling
always
I'm telling you the person because
no.
when I interviewed you before you knew the situation, I told you that you, about this thing where he was. I don't know his name, but he has a YouTube channel I think called History Valley or something like that. And he's a good he interviews a lot of historians and a lot of scholars, but and he was like one of the first ones that brought him back into this the so-called mainstream atheist network, or if you will, and he was the first one to bring him back. But then I saw one of the people, the guys that like Derek from Myth Vision, that at first was going to excommunicate from him. I think that days later or a week later, after the History Valley guy interviewed him, then he ended up throwing one of his videos that he had with him up too, as if But like I said, I got my theory of things. So now they're kind of creeping them right back out into slowly but surely, I believe, back into this so-called mainstream space. But so I don't think they're through with him. I never believed that they were going to be through with him. But that's like I said, that's my take. I come from a more of a, like I said, when it comes to racism and white supremacy, I have a certain different kind of take on certain things, and I knew that this was going to happen. I knew they were going to excommunicate him. If it was I believe it was a black person screaming and hooping and hollering some things, in this space, you ain't gonna see him coming back. That's a fact.
Mm,
And that's my opinion. That's my
okay,
opinion.
that we can
As
have
far
that
as being
conversation.
accepted within the not
Okay,
definitely not accepted as much.
not to worry.
Absolutely not.
Just a comment by Hood 360. I'm not sure if I understand. You can't be against cancel culture unless you are for.
Okay.
Is it me
I don't
or is
get
that
that.
just not?
I,
It's not clicking for me.
and no, it's not clicking for me either.
How can you be for cancel culture and then you're again? You know what?
Against.
I'm sure Hood's 360, and good to have you here. I'm sure you might want to break that down for us because
Try
that
sound like
right there, I
sound
don't
like
get it.
somebody try. It sound like somebody trying to sound smart, but it's just done but babble. Go ahead.
Okay.
Next. Next.
I didn't understand that. All right, let's carry on with this video.
What he said was what needs to be updated is niggas loving white girls. That's the whole point that he was making. Not
Nah,
saying everything
not
that he said.
before the internet, though.
Because
Not before the internet.
now scripture say that none of the Bible is outdated and gonna ever be outdated.
No, you didn't even produce
What
a
need to be
scripture saying
updated?
Moses
What
sinned
need
when
to
he
be
married the
updated
Ethiopian woman. You could
is
clearly
this
see.
goofy wants to marry white women and just go be with white girls, but
No, it
don't come
wasn't
in here
that.
talking
I was
about the Bible
defending that
wrong.
brother because he said
Don't
that
come
he
in here talking
believed
about the
and he had a
Bible
white
is
woman.
wrong.
And there's no
Don't
fault
come in
in
here
that.
talking about the Bible is wrong and it need to be updated, all because you want to be a nasty bastard and go sleep with a white girl. Just go sleep
No,
with a white
The
girl.
Captain.
only
I
difference
it's
is you
Honest.
could
before
cheat
the
all on that
internet.
brother out because he had a white
Hold on. I
woman.
got
That
a
was
question
wrong.
for you, brother
That was
Beasley.
wrong.
I got a question for you. So you stated it was the 12 tribe chart. It needs to be updated, and our thinking needs to be updated because it was before the internet. Information wasn't shared freely. Correct?
Yes, that idea needs to be discarded. Yes, I believe they are black people, but come on now, you had to be. So we were mixed and scattered, right? So you saying in
Mm-hmm.
Africa they lined everybody up? Hey, everybody of the tribe of Judah getting this line
So
right here. Everybody of Issachar getting this line. Get on this boat right here. Come
yeah,
on, man.
yes,
You you know
yes,
you
they
know it ain't
did.
accurate
Yes,
like
they did. Yes, they did. They
come
actually
on,
did do
come
that.
on now. And we lost the knowledge of our.
Historically, they knew which tribe which was which. They knew who was Levite, they knew who was Judah, and they knew who was Benjamin. That's why they scattered them the way this. You just thinking? Do you really think that these folks, these white folks, didn't know who they were going to capture? You,
And
you,
they
you're,
sent
you're, you
all the Levites to
What are
little
these
old
people
Haiti.
talking about?
no.
Uh,
What are these
what
ones
the,
talking about?
that they didn't know who they were really going to
The
capture.
white folks are going to go and capture.
I didn't get that
As
last
if they're
part.
going. I think he's trying to say, they think that these white folks didn't know that they were going to capture the 12 tribes, the black people, 12 tribes.
Okay,
So that
so
I
all
think
right.
that's what he's
Okay,
trying to say.
Mm,
But how
okay, but Phil, if we identify someone from the tribe of Judah, right?
Judah? Yeah,
Out of these 12 tribes, we find someone from that tribe. So,
hmm.
like I keep saying, how would that affect the price of rice in the market? How would that
right.
how would that what has that got to do with us?
To the first, yeah,
Hmm.
No, what is this? What are we doing here? I think these people believe that there's going to be somehow all these tribes are all scattered, and at some point they're all going to
to
come
go
back
back.
together because
Hmm.
God's
A lot of and a,
justice
and
is
I've and I
about to.
and I've heard a lot of them. They think the origin of certain tribes are, you have this, the black, and then you have the Puerto Ricans and
Oh
Latinx.
yes, I've
You
heard
can,
that, and oh
yeah, yeah,
my
you can explain them.
goodness.
They're from that tribe, and then these
Oh
people are from this tribe, and all over.
gosh,
And I'm like, bro, like,
who did
the
who did who
They're
did this
no
to these
different.
people?
They're
Who
no
did
right,
different to
this?
Mormons.
right, right,
The
right,
Mormons story about how you get the black
The
people,
black
how they got the
people, yeah.
Indians, and so on. They're doing the same thing.
right, right.
Ah, boy.
Yes.
All the Levites are not in little Haiti. They are scattered
See,
amongst
see.
all the tribes anyway. That's one.
The
And
12
some of
tribes
them are
say the Levites is Haiti.
the majority. No, 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 no.
See,
Hold on, hold on,
th-
hold on, hold on.
this is the
You got
ridiculousness.
you see
Wait,
this is
we'll pause for a second. This is the ridiculousness that I because like I said, I heard about. This is the ridiculousness of this. They try to act like they can pinpoint, and particularly the
Who is
Haitians
who?
are. Yeah, yeah. Who's who? You know what I mean? And they out there when they marching and stuff. They have a T-shirt that say this and that, and you know what I mean. Like these people, the Italians are this, the Puerto Ricans are from this. You know what I mean? It's pure nonsense and
Oh,
ridiculousness.
sorry. I noticed
Mm.
that this person, Hood 360 has
Oh yeah,
answered.
we
It says
gonna but we gonna
cancel,
but we gonna read. We
cancel,
gonna
cancel. Okay,
we
we'll highlight that then. Okay.
Yeah,
All
cancel
right.
it.
highlight it.
No,
All right.
but I mean all these comments. The hoods thing is gonna be real easy. I think that don't make no
All
damn.
right.
Anyway.
No worries. No worries. Let's
Yeah.
let's 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 continue.
Yeah.
this is what people don't understand. The 12 tribe chart says the majority of them are gonna be in a particular place.
See,
So
he ain't
there
say
were
that
some
at first.
Levites. Hold on.
He
There
ain't
were
say
some
that at first.
Levites. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Listen. Some Levites were left with the northern kingdom, but the majority of Levites stayed in the southern kingdom. So when you are scattered amongst all, remember the prophecy is the children of Israel will be scattered amongst everyone, everywhere, all the nations, four corners of the earth. So there are Levites in China, there are Judites, there everywhere there's Levites, everywhere there's Judah, everywhere there's Benjamin. But the bulk of the people are over here in what you would call the Americas. Even the West Indies, still the Americas. The bulk of our people is over here. Yes.
Please, Phil,
So
stop.
that's
Phil,
why
just stop. Stop.
They be acting like this is like the spread of Homo sapien or some shit like
Hang
that. You
on.
know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
So
seriously,
Yeah.
so wait.
when you get down to the
Gosh.
sheer numbers
Mm,
of
mm,
how
mm,
many.
mm, mm.
Like I just don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. So wait, let me understand this. The Israelites, the majority of these Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel are in America. They're in Americas. Yes?
Yep.
So
All
Rob,
12.
Rob, you're an Israelite. Uh everyone
N-
over there is an Israelite. Yes?
Don't claim and don't want to be, but go ahead. I got you.
So they're all Israelites. So when are they going to?
According to their theology, or according to
When are they all moving to Israel?
Hmm.
they,
Because that's where
they,
everything's supposed to happen.
Happen, yeah, to
they,
go back home,
You
but
you
Israel for
realize
them might be
you
Africa, you know.
yeah,
you realize
they,
some of them have you
they
realize
not
some of them have moved. You realize some of
they,
them have moved to
mm.
Israel. You know that some of them are present there in Israel
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. With some Africans, of course.
Not Africans.
Oh, you
No,
talking about even Hebrew Israelites?
he
Yeah,
about
yeah,
these Hebrew
Yes,
yeah,
Israelites.
yeah.
Hebrew
No,
Israelites.
Oh,
I know there's a small group out there. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, there's a small
Yes,
little kind of group out there.
they
Yeah, yeah.
believe that's their land.
wow. So they are different, of course, to the Ethiopian, the black Ethiopian Jews.
Hmm. I honestly don't
and and
know.
I think,
and that subject about the land between Palestinians and Israelis. I mean, there was a lot more other cultures that took over that land as well. So I mean, it could be their land as well. I mean, that region there in that particular space has been conquered so many times by so many different nations and cultures. I mean, how were we gonna go by who lived in that, who had that, been in that land the longest, or the shortest, or who had, certain claims to that land. I mean, that fight's ongoing still, but
yeah,
and they're trying to, yeah. But that conversation about who truly, belongs to that space of land is just ridiculous within itself.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mhm.
ridiculous.
It's like that. Okay.
Man, that's right. And you know exactly how we got there if you would read 21 and 21.
And plus, the word Haiti is an Arawak Indian word. So the
We were
people,
What?
But you know what
Hades
though?
is an
Wait,
Arawak
sorry, I
Indian.
didn't get that.
No, no, no,
What did you
no,
say?
no, no, no. That one right there, I don't know. I would have to research that. But Haiti, but like Jamaica
No.
is it? No, but like Jamaica, I think somebody said, like, certain nations do have a indigenous name. Like Jamaica, I believe is. So
Yeah. Oh,
Haiti
he
could
said
be.
Haiti. Oh, I thought he said Hades. Oh gosh.
No, no, Haiti.
No, he
Oh,
said Haiti, Haiti.
Haiti.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Haiti. Oh, oh.
Haiti.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he said
yeah.
it's
Right.
an
So, like I
indigenous.
said, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm
It
not.
might be
It's
true.
not
It
far
might
fetched.
be.
It's not far
It's not
fetched.
far
Yeah,
fetched. That is
yeah,
not far. But what
absolutely.
does that still have to
Yeah,
do with them?
yeah, yeah. What is it? Yeah, yeah.
Good
Absolutely. What
question.
is it? What they got to do with the
The
Arawaks
Arawaks.
and
Yeah, and the Caribs.
Tainos in
Yeah.
Israel, and you know what I mean? One day
Bueno,
you guys should look into the Nuwapians. Oh, I see. I know about the Nuwapians, but they ridiculous too with the brother Polites and all that.
Oh, the brother
Yeah,
Polite.
that
Oh gosh.
Nuwapians. That's brother Polite.
Okay, okay.
His little thing. Oh, most definitely.
Mhm.
Hey, look, it's funny, Trisha. Not she been on your channel. Now all these things are popping up. Now that you got the foundational FBA up in here, huh? No, as if we don't know. We know. We know. But
Mm-hmm.
they ridiculous too. Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
they ridiculous.
World. We are not Guatemalan and whatever Central America countries y'all trying to include these
so
Spaniards.
Nigga,
why
you
they
trying to
finding?
include white people. Shut your silly ass up.
Nigga,
Man, I'm tired of your
hold
mouth,
on,
man.
Right,
no.
again.
Real white
Hold
people
on,
are
Right
hold
everywhere
on.
again.
in this
So,
world.
Talking
so
Stop.
about
brother
Man,
Beasley,
stop.
hold
You ain't
on.
even got white
Brother
people.
Goofy ass
hold
Beasley,
on,
nigga.
why
hold on,
are they
hold on, hold on,
You
finding?
don't
hold
even
on one
have
second.
white
Let
people
me
on.
hold on. Let me ask BZ a question. Hold on one second. Hey, brother Beast, who are the 12 tribes of Israel then? Since we got it wrong.
Hold up, I can name them: Leroy, Tyrone, huh? Leroy,
Here,
Tyrone.
Rob G, Phil G. I think Rob froze again. Oh my gosh. Mm. Don't worry, he will be back.
What happened
Rob
to?
froze. I think he
Oh, okay,
froze
okay,
again. He should be back shortly.
okay,
Yeah. Oh gosh. No, he was saying that they were saying who are the 12 tribes
okay. I think
of
it's back
Israel.
now.
So Rob was saying uh calling Tyrone this person, and so I said Rob G, Phil G. uh, oh, this is he okay.
Yeah, probably couldn't
Yeah,
come
he
back.
had to go out and come back in. Oh my goodness, these guys are a bunch of jokers,
Clowns.
clowns. And
Mm-mm.
what they're saying just does not match up with
Makes sense.
any. We don't
Nothing.
make sense match with any archaeological evidence. Nothing.
But feel
Just giving
some
rhetoric.
people are staking their lives on this thing. What
Correct.
this is how the Bible has deceived so
But
many.
but you remember the black guy here that was promoting the guy from UK, the Nigerian preacher. He talked about the black his brothers, the black Hebrew
He did.
Israelites.
Yes, he did.
Yes. And
He
he
had a
talks so much
mixture.
crap.
He had a mixture of
Rastafarianism and that.
Rastafarianism, the Black Hebrew Israelites rhetoric, and Christianity. It was just a mix
Christianity.
of all these different beliefs and
Yeah, yeah.
ideologies. Honestly, when I tell you that religion can make even well, some I think I've heard it
The
said that good
people
religion can
do
make good people do bad
do
things.
bad things. Yeah, yeah.
Can
And a lot of
make
people here believe that crap.
a normal person become as when you become indoctrinated, right? Imagine getting into the mind of an indoctrinated person. Where do you begin to start to tell them that, look, this thing is probably not true, there's no sense to this, or
Mm-hmm.
it is not factual? Imagine
Right.
these people in this room now. If any of us had, you see, imagine if I had, because
Mm.
I was listening. I was
Mm-hmm.
down. You don't see me here, but I was listening. Imagine if I'd gone to go and have the conversation with them. Guess what would have happened? They would have laughed their heads
Yeah.
off
Yes. Yep.
and looked at me and thought, I am the weirdo.
Be weirdo. Yeah.
Hmm.
Jeez. Oh, right. Oh gosh. I hope Rob gets back on.
Oh, so or maybe he's off to go and watch uh watch
You know.
football.
He was telling me that he not
Okay.
hearing it. No, it stopped.
Is it finished?
No, no, it's not finished. But it's not playing. All right, let me refresh the page. I don't know if the internet.
Let me check my phone just in case he. Yep, nothing.
Uh, yep, he's back.
Oh, okay, nice.
Out the cup. The double portion that he's
Okay,
talking
all
about is
right.
from the book of
Ah,
Jeremiah.
fast forward.
You can't. He trying to say.
Where is that now?
How you gonna say something wrong and you can't tell me what's right then?
So you just want
If
to
it's
hold
wrong, you
on.
supposed to be
You
able
just
to
want to
tell me
hold on
what's
to
right.
it. That's what it is.
I want you to tell me what you came in here and said the 12 tribe chart is wrong.
Correct.
So tell me what's right. Tell me the right thing to follow.
Hey, Salaki.
I'm
Hey,
just trying
Salaki
to
Cap.
figure out
He
if
said.
This
Hey,
is
Salaki
this
Cap.
is
He trying to say.
this reminds me a lot about the argument when you're trying to talk to theists about evidence for God, and then they put it back on you and tell you that you should provide evidence for why does not exist. Sorry, why God does exist, right? You're trying to get them to prove that a God exists, but they want you to prove that a God can. No, what am I even saying? The opposite.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Right.
So you're not claiming the affirmative. They are,
Right.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
want you to prove
To prove that he
why
doesn't exist.
their
Right.
God
Right.
Doesn't
couldn't exist.
exist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So now this person is telling this other man, okay, you want this whole thing updated. So now you tell me what's accurate. You tell me
Yeah.
what exactly we should be doing.
Right. No, you get a lot of that. Not
Mhm.
only in religion, but a lot of things that you talk about. They're talking
Arguments.
about this system. Oh, this is this. Well, give us solutions. I don't want to hear all that. I want solutions. I want solutions. So
Mhm.
you get a lot of them into talking in those ways. But yeah, yeah. No, I get it. It's funny hearing them. Continue.
Hey,
It's
so like
funny.
you cap, he's saying we need to hold on. He need to hold on to a goddamn tambourine and take his ass back to church, man.
God,
Hey, brother Bees,
hey,
you may better
hey,
get
hold
these
up, wait a
niggas
minute.
off your
Hey,
grass. I'm gonna make these niggas hand me the
hold
mic.
on, Chopper. Hey, he probably is on his way to church in a little bit
Yeah.
with his
Oh,
tambourine.
oh, it
Come,
is.
He
It
he
is.
son.
probably yeah
Around the
he on his way
goddamn
to do
white
it.
women.
Hell yeah.
It-
Keep on bringing
you
white
see,
women in.
you
Hey,
see,
look, they keep on bringing white women into the mix.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, look,
They
if there,
themselves
and
are
if there's and
racist.
if there's a white woman on, if I was a white woman on this channel listening, I would have been like, what does white women got to do with this emoji?
Yes, correct, correct.
What the?
You know, but
Oh
the
my.
thing is that when I hear this sort of rhetoric,
Mm,
they claim the white persons are racist. They are just as racist and despicable when they do these things.
right.
Because let's say a white person did that, what they just did. They
Mm,
say, oh, they're racist. Look how racist they are. Them doing the same exact thing. They think that racism just apply to white people. It can apply to
Mm,
any
yeah. Yeah.
no, but
person.
Phil,
Uh,
Phil,
uh,
Phil, Phil,
Yes.
racism does not apply to these people. No, when the
but
other
Oh,
no,
people do, when the other
hold up,
people do it, they're racist. When they do it,
no,
no,
all
we're
but
right.
we're, we're
but
fighting.
uh,
We're fighting for our rights.
All
We're
right.
but
fighting
Yeah.
for.
now I am going. I am going to have
Okay,
to
here
shoot
we
in,
go.
but
Here
not a
Okay.
we
long,
go.
not a long tirade. Okay.
Here we go.
Now discrimination, right? The word. I'm gonna get away from the word racism, but
Mm-hmm.
because with I race and I do now I little problem with that, but discrimination and all those things, most definitely bigotry, all those things can apply
Mm-hmm.
to every single person. And the only reason why I personally say that they can't necessarily be racist because of
Mm,
the attachment with racism and power. And
power.
you have to have power,
Mm.
I believe, to truly exercise racism functionally. If I can hate a white person all day long, but if I'm not part of that, and at a one you can't talk about institutional racism. Yeah, institutional racism is true, or systemic racism is true out of one mouth, and then as I'm saying, well, that's what I mean. So racism, has power. It's able to stop a certain people, a collective amount of people, a certain group of people. What I mean, we're not talking about individual things. We don't have the power to. No matter how racist I am, or Kanye West, he ain't got the power to
He
stop.
does.
Mm.
That
He
man is
don't.
a
That's another question.
billionaire.
No, he don't have the power to stop a whole bunch of white people as a collective, or Jewish people as a collective.
Mm.
Listen to the rhetoric. Let's keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep. See, that's why I
Right.
come
Well,
into the. That's
well,
why you
Right.
need
that's
more. See,
that.
see,
But
see. That's why Esther. That's why you. That's why I'm glad, and I'm sure the people are glad. Black folks listening are glad that you brought the real Nordic black up in here
That's
to
right.
start
Yes,
to
yes.
give some straightening a little bit,
He said
because
straightening.
you've been saying some stuff, and I agree with a lot of it, but you still been tippy toeing a little bit.
I
Still
know.
been,
mm,
and going along with certain
Hmm.
things.
Hmm.
Now I'm here to say, stop it.
Listen,
We
listen,
can be bigots. Yes, I
listen.
can discriminate because you're short, you're tall, you're big, you're
ye-
small. I can have preferences. Anybody, I'm gonna let you get it in, Phil. I promise you.
yeah.
Um, um, we can have our preferences in everything like that, and be disrespectful, and all that stuff. We sexist, all that stuff. But when you talk about racism, it's a you have to have a power structure behind that. You understand? Able
Okay,
to stop
listen.
certain people from having jobs, certain people from from housing, from entertainment, having a certain amount of influence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's deeper than that. You have a There's a thing called
E-
systemic racism. For real.
You're right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I
So
know this
you
systemic
can't say it's real out of
racism.
one mouth, but
No,
then but
no.
you understand?
What I'm saying is that they will claim someone will say the same thing
Yeah,
as they are saying,
yeah.
and then but that's how I see. Yes, there's systemic racism,
Mm.
functional racism, but what I saying this
That's the
now,
only type
I'm
of
giving
racism.
on
That's the only.
on a broad scope where
Mm,
they will claim that if a white person said what they said
mm,
there, they will be claiming racism,
mm.
right?
Listen,
They are
as far
doing
as
the same thing.
ex-
That's
as
what
far
I'm
as me,
I,
saying.
as far as I'm concerned, black people can be racist. Anyone
Yeah,
can be racist, as far as
racist.
I'm concerned.
no, but I
Yeah.
Power,
get.
no power. Listen,
Here,
because
here in
I get.
Barbados,
Mhm.
it does because you might have some people will look down on some Indians, black
mm-hmm,
people,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
yeah.
and we have the main power here,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
So
you talking about the you talking about
it
the
is
hold up. You talking about in Barbados? You saying the Indians,
Barbados and the Caribbean.
the
Yes,
Caribbean?
in Barbados, some people they make racist,
Oh,
derogatory statements about
absolutely.
Indian
Yeah,
persons.
they call them
So
coolie. They call them
yeah,
coolies,
cool,
and yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
But at the same
So
time, places like, especially more so in Guyana and Trinidad, where they have a
mhm,
higher concentration of
the
Indians of some.
Indian.
Trust me, and
Mhm.
but yeah, okay, they'll say some things like that, derogatory. We know that people. If I don't like another brother, black person, I'll say something derogatory. But okay, a coolie,
But it's
not good
because
at
they're
all,
saying that
not good
this
at all.
person
Now the
belongs to
power
this
structure,
other race.
but
That's
the power.
what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
saying, oh,
Thank
this
you,
person is a
because you know,
white person. They are
got
like
okay,
if a black white
no,
person said, oh,
got
this
you,
is a
got you,
black person,
because you know where
right?
I'm
They
getting at,
are
because you know where I'm about to
describing
get at,
race,
right? Because you know where I'm about to get
right?
at, because the power
Yeah,
structure, huh? Ain't
yeah,
that person that called that Indian person a coolie? He ain't really got that, especially in Guyana, in Trinidad. That power structure, you know, is more so towards those Indians. They're more so in those
right.
spaces,
Mm-hmm.
spaces of power there. And there is a thing called neo-colonialism. So it don't just stop in the Caribbean, in Africa too.
Right,
But it's
Of
not,
right.
but
course.
and but that's the thing though. So that's those counter arguments with white people. They try to come up and around and say, "Hey, talk about racism and all that, but how about Africa? You
Mm-hmm.
know, when there's nothing but black people around, what, do I have anything to do with that that's going on over there?" And that's when you have, that's when you study history critically.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, some people try to excuse it, just call it some CRT, critical race theory.
Theory. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
and that's what I'm gonna get into with the little video with the Civil War
Oh
reenactment.
yes,
That
yes.
that that
Nice,
that that little thing.
nice.
But
Okay.
in short, but anyway, yeah. But my thing is for me and my
Right.
understanding of racism is about, I don't care. My neighbor is listen. I don't
I like that
care.
comment.
My neighbor is racist. It doesn't affect me, but systemic racism affects my more. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
Yes,
you.
yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
That I can appreciate. I
That's
can
what I. That's
appreciate
what.
Yes.
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
You
yes.
understand? And like I said,
Yeah.
I've been called. Like I said, that these little words,
One,
you've been called
one second.
words, certain things.
Right.
But when it comes to systemic racism that affects my mortgage, my healthcare, my freedom,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
hoods know what I'm talking about. Now that earlier
Yeah.
babble, we ain't understand that, but now you
Yeah.
making sense. Now you
Yeah.
making sense.
Mm-hmm.
And now you making sense. And go to my channel, please. Go to my channel, subscribe, and
Yeah.
rock with me there, because I
Subscribe
talk
to
a lot
Rob.
about that, Phil G's, and also and hers. But I
Yeah.
get totally what you're saying. But like I said, I'm just
Right.
when
No,
it
I understand what
yeah,
you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, the systemic and the functional racism. It's
right,
just I am pointing out how hypocritical these guys are.
absolutely,
Right?
absolutely, absolutely,
Because if the white person say,
yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah,
this black guy,
yeah.
they will then keep noise.
Right, right.
discriminatory,
It's
might
the
be better
religions.
word.
Religion have a patriarchal,
Theatrical, yeah.
awful, off. You know what I mean.
Yeah, a
That what did it? Yeah.
tribalistic type
Right. Right. Right.
of thing where they look out for the tribe only,
Yeah.
you know.
th-
You
Absolutely.
gotta be a member of the
Absolutely.
tribe.
Right.
Right.
So, like
That's
you
how they
guys said, and like
operate.
I said too, like religion is yeah, is not good.
Tribalistic.
Right.
Tribalistic.
Mm.
You gonna
I'm
be
just trying to
tampering
figure out
shit.
where you
No,
get
no,
that
he
from,
ain't.
man.
No,
Like,
he gonna
No,
be
you ain't
holding.
trying to figure out
No.
hold
shit.
on,
He gonna be
Answer my
holding hands,
question.
man.
singing
Answer
kumbaya.
So,
answer my question, nigga. Hold
Kumbaya,
on.
my
Hold
lord.
hold on.
oh my
Hold
goodness.
on, y'all. Hey, hold on. Let that question stay right there where
Or
it's
he
at. Ain't
could be
nobody
going over
answering
there to
shit
100
else.
ENT to
Hold
win
up.
a couple of.
Oh, hold on. Ain't nobody answering shit else for Beasley until he answers my question. Who are the 12 tribes of Israel? Since you said it needed to be updated, you said it's wrong. Now you backpedaling talking about why I need to update it, why I need to say this, why I need to do this. If you make a claim, what's that? First Thessalonians 5:21 says to prove all things.
Con.
So if you believe in the Bible, you're supposed to be able to prove your plans. So if the 12 tribes chart is wrong, tell me what.
Ooh. Mm, mm. Oh yeah.
Did
Oh
it? Did the?
boy.
Did the? It was at the
Yeah,
end of.
the video is and yeah,
That was the end of
at
the
that
video.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. No.
these guys are not.
Right.
They make it even worse. As you said, it is like a deflection, and the white nationalists,
Mm.
they're looking to for people to do that, to deflect,
Right. Right. Right.
to keep off the real issues.
Right. And that's the thing when you deal with when you talk about racism, because I find myself, nobody's perfect. When you deal with certain issues, when you deal with a bully,
Yeah,
whether it's a racist, whether it's a
or
whatever,
it's
you can end up
bigoted.
you can end up, when you go overboard, you can end up becoming the aggressor yourself.
Yeah,
And that's what and a lot of times that's what happens, you see, with some of
yeah.
these offshoots, and not only the offshoots, but the main religions too.
Even in main
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the main religion,
Right,
because
right.
you see a lot of people there. My thinking is, and I'm not saying that this is definitely the case,
Mm,
that some persons are prone to towards fundamentalism
mm,
within any
thank you.
religion,
Right. And
prone to, and some of them take the to that point where they're so serious, as I told you,
right,
they believe it,
right,
line hook and sinker,
right.
and they do. Good people turn it to do bad things.
And it's funny, there was a guy, and there's probably several other people that are, but I know one guy in particular. He did a research on the people that are prone, the humans that are
Oh,
the behaviors and the
right.
things that are. He did a thesis on it. The people that are prone to be more religious or atheists and things like that. There's certain triggers. There's certain factors. There's certain things.
Mm.
On
Mm,
a particular type of person.
Do you think you
mm.
can send me this when you're done, please?
Yeah, I can.
Later on.
Yeah,
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 And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
one
hope
hundred
you can
percent.
send me
Mhm.
too.
someone please do not tell Rob that the football is on.
Man, no, 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 no.
Someone
No, it ain't.
don't tell him.
Listen, listen.
Rob
I
knows.
listen. I'm good.
I just been on there. My son won't let
I'm
me. I've just
good.
been on there,
You know
and
why I'm good?
my older
USA,
one is
USA is
watching.
out. USA
He's
is gone.
watching.
Senegal is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
Senegal is gone. USA is gone. I mean, there's no
yeah,
more.
yeah.
There's no African
There's no
teams. The
one you're
USA.
rooting for.
Well, Brazil probably.
You're rooting
Brazil,
for
yeah,
Brazil.
Probably,
closest.
Okay,
Yeah,
probably, yeah, probably Brazil. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
You know.
yeah.
Like I would say,
Yeah.
what has that got to do with the price of rice in the market?
Uh,
Hey, some
we
people,
just
and
took it
hey,
more.
and you know me, some people will argue with you because
I
because
know.
because because the
Mm,
football does bring a lot to the economy in a lot of these
yeah,
cities, just
Yeah,
just
whatever.
like just like slavery did. Slavery brought a lot of things before football in
Uh,
Liverpool.
don't
Go
don't
check out
bring don't
the
bring
history, and I can bring
don't
out some of
don't
those facts
don't bring don't
from the
bring
port
up
of New Orleans to the port of
Oh,
Liverpool.
don't
That
bring
yeah.
up this.
a lot of that cotton went right over there. So the folks that think that they're outside of, especially in
Okay.
England, and it's only
Mm,
USA problem and it's only
Mm-hmm.
US economy. No, a lot of us in the South,
Mm-hmm.
you
here
know,
too, Barbados. We
Yes.
absolutely.
taught we
Yes.
taught the U.S. how to have slaves.
Oh, you did now.
One,
The
one of them,
Barbados
yeah,
did
yeah,
Oh
how
they
to set up
wow.
contributed.
slave
They contributed for
plantations,
sure.
how to do that to
Right. They
get that
contributed.
economy. Their
They can
major
they
contribution.
they
Wow.
contributed big time. They contributed big time.
Gosh,
But in, in the beginning,
but we were little
see,
England,
this is
right?
my thing. This is my thing. You know what I'm saying? But in the
I
beginning,
know.
if you get even deeper further back, they did a lot of those testings on Cape Verde. And some of the other some of the Portuguese, because that was the first Europeans to
Right.
really, and so some of those little closer islands off of the coast of Africa and things like that. They
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Some of those island Madeira, some of the other ones I forget the names, but they really started around there, and then places like in the Caribbean definitely had a major contribution. But you guys are,
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing, you guys are been making some right moves, some bold,
Moves. Yeah.
yeah, from what I've heard in the news or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. But yeah, no, and then the 1619, a lot of the ship from Barbados went up
Hmm.
in the some of those. They always try to go back to the 1619 when the 20 slaves came to Jamestown or whatever,
Yeah.
and that was a ship from Barbados, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyway, but the video's
Is
over.
the video
Um,
finished?
yeah,
Yes.
Hey.
the video's
Okay.
finished.
So did you say
Yeah.
we could go through some of the? I see
Yeah,
altogether
Oh
absolutely.
nine.
Let's
yes.
do that.
9.
There have
Yeah.
been nine comments been
Right, right,
highlighted.
right.
So
Mm-hmm.
we will go through them one
The
after the other.
Bordeaux.
So first one
B.
was who was it? Whose comment was it?
B. B.
It was
The
D. Let's see.
Bordeaux.
Let's see.
Men serve.
Um,
Let me
let's
bring up.
see.
Men serve
Men
God.
serve God, and women serve men.
She
Yeah,
meant
yeah,
in
and
the
I think
God
she made
black
it.
Hebrew Israelite
Yeah,
Oh
patriarchal.
yeah.
yeah, because
I think she
it's
was
it. That's
referring
the
to.
scripture. That's the
Yeah,
scripture.
right,
The scripture tells the people there is hierarchy as
right,
far
Mm-hmm.
as God is concerned,
right,
right?
right,
The God is at the top of the chain,
right.
then followed by His Son, and
But
followed by the
and
ghost.
I'm always gonna be devil's advocate too. Now there's
Oh,
now
okay.
Debu. No, but
Right. Let
listen,
me wait.
listen. First,
Oh my God.
Debu though, if I'm saying it right.
Oh my God.
Listen, there's patriarchy outside of religion. You
Yes, there
understand?
is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
yes, there is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
there is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say. See?
I have met an atheist
Mhm.
who feels it's the woman's place to be
In the kitchen.
submissive. Yes,
Right.
to submit to the
Because
man.
you have these arguments where right, and then you have
About
He's,
arguments
roles.
he's
where
very misogynistic. He feels that a woman cannot have many men, but men can have many women, and
mm,
that's as far as he's concerned. It's
mm,
biology. That's the
mm,
way the
mm.
bodies are designed. A
Yeah,
woman cannot
I've heard
have
it. I've heard
a
it.
woman can only have one baby at a time, when a man
Mm.
can produce
I heard that argument.
millions of sperm.
I heard that argument. Yeah.
So, you know, and what that
Oh,
simply means, yes, he doesn't subscribe to any god, but as far as he's concerned,
he's
biology
trying to.
dictates how we must see gender roles.
Mm-mm.
And this person in question has different baby mamas.
Mm.
None of them, he's not caring for any of the children, right? And he hates
I didn't mean to.
feminists.
I got you.
He goes to sleep, wakes up, all he thinks about is feminists and how he wants to, if he
It,
can
it,
hurt
Love
a
you.
it,
feminist, he'll
it,
do
it,
it.
He's part of that
Oh, he
MG
loved
Mm.
MG MGTOW man that go their own way camp, huh?
he loved that
Mm-hmm.
Samuels guy. What's that? Kevin Samuels.
Kevin
Yeah,
Samuels.
Kevin
Oh
Samuels.
yes, Kevin
Oh,
Samuels. Mm-hmm.
Kevin Samuels with
he
the
loved Kevin Samuels so much. Mm,
I
mm,
feel
mm.
you.
Oh,
I feel you.
somebody have a question.
Okay. Someone has a
All
question?
right. Yeah, Teresa, before you get the others, she asks, Rob, were you part of the BHI movement?
Oh,
Can
I
I
don't
can I can
think
I read
so.
it? Is it on there?
Yeah, yeah, I can show
Yes.
it.
Oh, and guys,
No.
just so you know, wait, before you answer, Rob, just so you all know, Rob is 6'5". Never mind him sitting there
I
and
almost
you
want to
can't
be like
really
I
see him.
almost want to be like and for the
Rob is
people.
six
For the
foot
people.
five.
For the people. I'm
Oh
like she's
my god.
I'm just like everybody else, man. I'm just
You know you're not like everybody else. I'm just five foot
And
four.
everybody 5'10".
oh
I'd be
uh
just like a dwarf standing right next to you. I just
uh
Oh God.
hello up there.
hey I had no choice in the matter.
You know, genetics.
Yeah. But no, that's a quick answer to that. So I guess we can go
Okay.
back to some of the
Right.
comments
Yeah, yeah.
after that one lady.
Yep. We
Yeah, that
saw this one. Not preaching
yeah,
was
we saw that one.
disgusting. Right.
Yeah.
She said they
March
says
through
they
Brooklyn a
marched
few
through Brooklyn a few weeks ago.
right, right.
Oh,
They all over in Harlem and all over
Wow.
absolutely. But yeah, I think she's talking about she's talking about the march and she said they marched all yeah, the human not a human, they are human, the Hebrew
The
Israelites. They
Hebrew
because Kyrie
Israelites.
Irving because of
he
Kyrie
did not
Irving.
realize.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Kyrie Irving because Kyrie Irving is he plays for Brooklyn God dang it. I can't believe the NBA team, man. What the hell?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the Brooklyn or Boston,
No,
New
no,
York
Brooklyn.
Knicks,
No,
New
they have
York
no.
Knicks.
New York has two different teams. They have
Oh,
New York Knicks and Brooklyn. I can't believe I'm going blank on the team,
oh gosh.
I love NBA.
It's
Uh,
okay. It's okay.
but
Hey,
You
but come
yeah,
back.
it
you
happens. It
remember.
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so yeah, for Brooklyn team, and then what because of the the controversy with Kyrie Irving, he yeah
Mm-hmm.
that little controversy that he had.
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of them came for his defense, I believe,
oh,
and they marched through the city. So that's why I believe that that's what she's referring to. Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
okay. Oh,
So
hoods cancel the cancel culture,
okay,
referring back to when we were asking for
yeah,
explanation.
okay, I
This is what
guess
he
that.
Yes.
said.
And
Don't
he did
cancel
explain.
people I agree with. Cancel those people over
He
there
did
I
explain.
don't agree with.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
I get it, but I do agree that cancel culture is going a little bit too far.
Mm,
listen. I,
I do,
mm, I
in my
still
opinion.
feel. I still
I
feel
do.
like. I still feel like there's some rhetoric that needs to be
be
cancelled.
so
Yeah, I
Not
do.
sure about cancelling the person, right?
Right,
right.
right,
But there are just some subjects that we need to say.
right. Yeah,
Enough.
yeah,
This needs to. It's
yeah, yeah.
harmful, right?
I think they need to stop
Look
putting
at
cameras
look
and
at
things in front of Kanye West. They need to stop reporting about this guy. Like seriously.
exactly. I mean, look at this
Mm-hmm.
person, the one who interviewed
Others
Kanye
too.
West recently. What's his name? Ken Jones. Is it Ken Jones?
The Nick Fuentes guy that they talk
Ken
about.
Jones,
The
right?
Alex Jones.
Alex
When
Jones.
you're
Alex Jones.
when
Yeah.
you talk about free speech, right? When your free speech is starting to hurt people,
Yeah.
it's starting to cause division. It's trying to, uh, um, cause a lot of
Right.
harm in
Harm.
society.
I
Then
agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I
that
agree.
that kind of free speech
It,
needs
it's
It,
it's
to.
it,
it should
it's
be
one of those things that
canceled.
they say like in the community where they say, "Yeah, keep it real," but you either keep it real, but keep it respectful, right?
Full right.
Mm,
Yeah.
You can keep it real, but
But
what
be
you're gonna do is keep it
respect.
respectful, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody wants you
Um,
to be dishonest, but you gotta you know
mhm.
they're trying to establish lineage, correct, to claim their rightful position of the choosing
you talking
people
about
of the Bible.
Hebrew? Yeah, the
Yeah,
Hebrew Israelites.
yeah, yeah. They're the
But they are not establishing anything there.
they are the main, yeah. The main,
Because
but but I mean, not just the Israelites, but in the
broad
larger,
sense, yeah.
broadest perspective, they doing the same thing. They doing the
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
And
Okay.
he says some are using DNA to help prove their claim,
Right, right.
but totally ignore DNA disproves their Bible creation and flood stories. Um,
Mm.
but it's those two
They're trying they're
different
attempting, right, they're attempting to use
claims.
DNA to help prove their claim.
Prove
Correct,
their claim,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just like in Egypt, they're trying to, a lot of the Arabs are trying to
Mm-hmm.
use that to prove that their claim that they were they were there, they're indigenous
Yeah.
there in
Yes.
Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they're trying to do that too there. I mean, there's a lot of people that are trying to manipulate and
Mm-hmm.
use certain things to do that, but totally ignore DNA. Uh, but
Disproves
totally
Exactly.
their
ignore DNA.
creation
Right,
and
right.
flood stories. I think means in terms of evolution, DNA
Yeah,
proves that
right,
the
right,
evolution and so on.
right, right.
Right. So he's saying they're being hypocritical in one way. They want to use
Yep,
science to prove their
right,
claim,
right,
but when science disproves
right,
their claim about the creation and flood stories, it is a different
right,
story. There's
right,
special pleading. That's what it's
right.
Mm, it is. It is. Mm-hmm.
That's what the same thing I say about people claiming that black folks are racist, but that's a whole nother subject. But we
yeah, yeah.
It's like it's like a couple of weeks ago, met a Nigerian boy, right? Yoruba speaking, from Oyo State. He knows his dialect, he knows his tribe, knows everything. Claims that he's Hebrew Israelite. When he was
Whoa.
asked how did a
wait,
boy
wait,
from
say this again. He's from he speaks Yoruba and all that, and he claims he's a Hebrew Israelite
yes, and when he was asked how
because they
is
do have them in
he
the Caribbean too.
Hebrew
Yeah,
Israelite,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he went
absolutely.
on this he went on this I to be honest, I couldn't understand it, but he was trying to say that some of the Israelites moved down into Africa, right, and they came down I'm like,
Down
okay,
to West
even
Africa.
if they moved to the Africas, you realize that Africa is such a huge place. So he was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the north of Africa, Ethiopia, right? They're talking about Ethiopia, they're talking about those countries over on that side.
And then the north,
So how did
east.
someone from Oyo State in Nigeria become a Hebrew Israelite? Hmm. I don't know how he couldn't, for like, you just couldn't break it down. But as far as he's concerned, he is a Hebrew Israelite. So just
Right,
so
that's
you know how problematic this
right.
whole Hebrew
Just like the
Israelite thing is. Mm,
previous comment with that guy, they're trying to claim their lineage
Mm-hmm.
and claim into
I
things,
don't understand it.
But this
Yeah.
one would be, I think, it's nice for me and
Mm-hmm.
and Phil to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rascal
she
Oh,
story.
said, uh,
Phil has his own channel, and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Phil.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Matter of
Rob.
fact, so me
Figure.
and Phil, so we gonna link up then.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're gonna link up
Yeah.
on your and my channel. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll pick some subjects to get
Pick
into, man.
some subject. Yeah.
But let's get into this comment right here. Rastas kill me. They say Selassie is God and
God,
Garvey is a
Garvey
prophet.
is the prophet.
Those two didn't like each other in real life, though.
Hmm.
Man, what you gotta say to what you gotta add or
I,
say to this? I can
I don't know
I'll follow you.
if they didn't. Um,
Yeah.
but I know, yeah,
I
they
was about
do
to say the
claim
same thing.
that Selassie is God, and they claim, I think too, that Selassie he was from Ethiopia and that he has some Jewish
Mm, mm-hmm,
connection.
oh my.
mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's how this
The
comes
queen,
about.
yeah, the queen
That
of
he's the
Sheba.
real Messiah.
Right,
Yeah,
because
Queen of
they use
Sheba.
you're right. They use
Yeah,
Here's
certain
the lassie.
passages. Yeah, yeah. No, there's
yeah.
they use certain
When,
passages
when,
in the Bible
when
that
yeah,
connects them to
Not the
Solomon.
yeah.
Bible.
When
Not
Yeah,
the
they went to
Bible.
Solomon,
from
when the
Solomon.
Queen of Sheba
Yeah,
went to Solomon.
the
Not the
Solomon
Solomon
Bible.
had thousand, how
Yeah,
many
yeah,
wives?
yeah,
At
yeah,
at,
yeah,
But
at
the
this at
myth
this
is that
point
yeah.
at
she
this
was
point
one.
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, it's time
But
to
but
to
but but
be
no,
to
but
be in the Bible.
but that's why
Mm-mm-mm.
you have a lot of Falasha Jews, Ethiopian Jews in Israel now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Ross has killed me.
How
Yeah,
they get there,
right. But yeah, no, we find that I'm sure everybody on the panel is the same. We find that just as ridiculous. The Rastas
Yeah,
claiming I seen this somebody said this statement before. You not are you a Rasta or are you a rascal? You know, really a lot. Anyway, Rastas kill me. Said they said yeah. I find this just as ridiculous. People that
yeah.
claim that Selassie is God and
Mm-hmm.
Garvey is a prophet and things like that. But there are some facts that I do know about these people, but I don't know for sure that they didn't like each other. But I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Yeah, I think we read
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So that's it. That's
Okay.
That's
the
it.
Okay. No more
comments. Yeah.
comments, y'all. Get some comments
Yeah,
in. Whoever's still on there. Who's? How many people we got live on there right now? Two,
10,
three,
but let's see.
about 10,
11 now. We got
11.
about 11 people.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool.
I
Oh,
know
this
people
thing,
watch
Trisha,
after
Trisha,
too.
Yeah.
Trisha
Yeah.
says, Trisha says,
Yeah.
it's said in the Rasta cult that
See.
Solomon had sex with Queen Sheba
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
Selassie
Right.
came through that.
Through
Right.
that lineage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 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 So
Okay,
they have they.
Trisha, do they realize? Now, this is one thing I personally don't understand. Solomon had 1,000 women altogether, 700
700
wives
wives and
and
300
700
300
wives
concubines.
and
concubines.
thousands
300,
of
But
concubines. 300
only
300
concubines.
concubines. Yeah.
only 3 children recorded to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's if
So it's
not
either
that's even
it's
if
either
Solomon's that's if Solomon's
it
historically
is that it's
was
either
real.
We were just
it's
Nah.
either his swimmers
assuming for
his
the
swimmers
argument.
uh,
his swimmers wearing swimming, or I don't know
Yeah,
what can we
because
say? Either his
but
swimmers didn't swim, or what can we say? Okay, let me ask Rob. Rob, can you handle 1,000 women?
hell no at all. I can't barely
Phil,
handle one.
Phil,
You know
I
what I'm
know
saying?
Phil.
Yeah.
Phil is
Nah, that's a
Phil is
huge
a
no,
no.
science teacher. Phil is a science teacher. Phil
I don't know about
he
that.
will, he will know
Not a
some
thousand.
science. He will know some scientific method
No,
to be able to handle
boy,
1,000 women. So
All right.
no.
Phil, tell us.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can
I
handle
don't know
10,
how
1,000.
you have gotten that done. There's 365 days in a year. Not
it's
even
not
one.
it's not enough.
No,
And
Yes.
no.
then it takes sperm to
Mi-
replenish 4 days, about 4 days after ejaculation.
Ah,
So
there's
That's
I
what
can't
I'm
see
saying.
how.
Right. And in every way, it just doesn't make any sense.
makes no sense.
You
No,
know.
No.
this makes no sense.
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, the little and even the story with Solomon and the two women, over the
Yeah.
kid and
Okay,
They're
that
trying
divided in
to
half
cut one in half,
uh,
and
uh,
and and for
I
that
mean, it's a
reason,
story. It's a nice
the
story.
story.
he's called the wise, the wisest
The
man,
wisest
right?
because of that.
Right.
For being able to come up with this plan that
Mm,
okay, the
mm.
mother of the baby will cut the baby in half.
We have better ways now. We are even more wise. We can
Mm.
use DNA
I tell
testing
you,
and done.
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
way more wisdom.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, we're definitely more wisdom than we had in the past.
Yeah. So
But and another thing, when it comes to history, people have to realize, and you have to really be, and that's why some certain people they come up with so many different theories and things like that. We have to realize certain remains we're not gonna be able to piece
right.
together with everything what happened thousands
exactly,
and thousands of years ago. We just
exactly,
we're just not going to.
exactly.
And you're gonna have to rest on that. I mean, there's certain things
Right.
that are gone forever.
There's certain
Certain
things we would
things
never
Yeah.
we
know.
will never know,
But
never know.
the thing is not to claim that you know.
Yeah,
Right,
there you
Because
go.
right.
that's the problem. A lot of
Fill in the
Christians
blanks.
claim that they know. They fill in the blanks. What you call the God, the gaps fallacy. I would say is
Mm-hmm.
like the Bible, the gaps
Right,
fallacy.
right.
To claim, oh yes, it is so because the Bible tells me so, or because I got
Mm-mm.
a revelation from God.
Right.
So
Gosh.
therein lies the major
Right.
problem. Is
Absolutely.
you say, okay, we're not too sure, but and then you say, okay, the archaeological evidence shows otherwise. Say, we definitely know the Exodus didn't happen the
Right.
way with these thousands because
Right.
you
Absolutely.
millions of people, according to his story,
Ab-
you should be
right.
able to find
To find
various
artifacts and some sort of
artifacts.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should be able to
Something.
find shit
Right.
that have
Yeah.
hardened
Straight.
from humans, a
Straight.
lot of it,
Right.
a whole set.
Right.
So
Or
clearly
even yeah,
not
yeah.
in that way,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And
And
then
the
the
most
Israelites
the, the,
were born. The archaeological evidence now is showing too that it's very likely that the Israelites came out of was one of the tribes of the Canaanites.
mm. And that's the thing. No, yeah, 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 yeah. No, I agree. And now the thing where when somebody said, "Oh, see, there was an Israelite in Egypt." Yes, we know there was Israelites in Egypt. There was Israelites in Egypt. There were Jewish people
Yeah,
in Egypt for sure. But
because
but
Egypt took
yeah,
over Israel
yeah,
at one point.
right, 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 right.
And
But
also, and
but to
also,
say
you must understand when you look at the where Israel is on the map, right?
yeah,
You can
Levant,
pretty
understand
close.
how,
Yeah,
yes, how they have moved
cross
from that
culture.
end
right,
to this other end. You understand? So these things are not quite far fetched. You
right,
understand? It's
right,
just some people just trying to piece together
right,
things that just
Or give a
really don't
story.
don't they don't
right.
they don't piece together. Trying to
Mm,
fit a round peg in a square is
The
a
whole
mm,
square
square
peg in a round
peg in the
hole.
ground hole.
mm, mm. And but and like I said on the other side of things, Africa has shaped the played a role in Christianity. Absolutely. Africa
Hmm.
has played a huge role in Christianity and in
Yeah.
Judaism, Islam, and things like that, and they have
Hmm.
their contributions in it. But to say that yeah, and so people try to find certain things, about. But I think if you really get caught up in this religion and these cults, I think it won't end up well for you.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
A
And what they
tragedy.
claim, right, and what they claim that they need religion for, they do not.
Right. Correct.
Community,
I
we
agree with
can have community without religion. We have shown that.
That's
Right.
right.
We have
Yeah. Yeah.
community
Yeah.
without religion. We can help
Yeah. Yeah.
people be good without religion. We have
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
shown that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
I
That,
more
I I am
morals
I
yeah.
without
Yeah.
am good.
religion.
I
We
love
have
I
that
am
you.
shown
good
that.
I
without
love that
God.
now. I love that you hitting on that, Phil, because you're correct.
Hmm.
Because like I said, even though I mentioned the 50s and 60s, you had churches, certain things like that. You also eventually you have secular groups,
Groups.
NAACP.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even back then, they had the
yeah,
secular groups
yeah,
that
yeah,
took
yeah, yeah,
part
yeah.
of persons who
Absolutely,
were, but those
absolutely,
not highlighted
absolutely.
really much.
There you go. There you go.
Church.
And BLM, Black Lives Matter. You can see many organizations that are secular that aren't. You're correct.
Yeah.
You're correct. You're correct. Matter of
Oh,
fact, where's that book? Hold
okay.
up 1 second. The
No,
Here we
no,
go.
hang on. There's while you're looking for that, let me share something quickly. I'm gonna
Everybody know
share
that.
something
Everybody know that.
quickly.
Everybody
Hang on.
seen that. Go get that, everybody. Black folk.
Let me
Oh,
share this
nice.
quickly. What's that? You got the book?
Black
Oh,
free thinkers.
Oh, nice.
Let me hold it up again. Put it on big screen. Yep.
oh,
Black free thinkers, a history
Mm.
of African American secularism. Nice.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
by Christopher Cameron.
yep,
Okay.
Okay, let
yep,
me
yep.
see. All right,
Presents.
and let me type it in the chat.
Okay, so let
Oh, you want
me
me to hold
share
it up again,
something.
or you got it? Okay.
I
So
have it. I got it.
I'm sharing
Yeah.
something quickly,
Yeah, go ahead.
right?
Oh, the guy. Hey, guess what? The guy that I'm talking that guy right now
Robert,
on
are
the
you
screen.
there?
Yeah,
I was
the guy that pause it.
okay.
That guy is this guy
Hmm.
right here. That you heard the
Yeah, that
skeptics.
wrote the skeptics
Yep,
animated.
that's him.
Whoa.
Yep. You most people have never seen his face
Oh,
Hmm.
until you go to my channel. So I like that you
oh.
had an exclusive. You got an exclusive. I like that you got the exclusive there because
Yeah.
like literally you'll hear his you'll matter of fact I think that's the first time I seen what he looked like unless you go to his Twitter. Unless you go to his Twitter or you Google him, you would not have known what he looked like, but you would have heard what he sounded like. He only had like one or two little interviews if you scoured the internet at all, and they were all audio. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we even get into that. But go ahead.
Oh no,
Pick up, pick
I
up,
I
pick up the channel. Them, you know what I mean?
I we're not going to watch this. I just want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
point this out to the people. Just this, some of the conversations that you've
Oh,
had
okay.
on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
channel.
So I
I was
linked.
actually,
Okay.
So I linked. So
in
this.
the I was in the live chat when this was going on, but you
Okay.
didn't notice uh when
Right.
this was going on.
So this. So this.
The
So this
real
guy.
Nordic black.
Right. Right. In whatever video you're going through, or each one,
Hmm.
and I can show. So that's Steve Wells,
Okay,
and he's
to
Yeah.
he's
have a
the
look.
he's the writer of the Skeptics Annotated Bible.
So you talk
S, you
about
can
ancient Egypt
g-
hieroglyphics.
Right.
graphics, right?
Okay. So this was a short clip that I took from the interview of Dr. Kara Cooney, the Egyptologist, because
Oh,
this is a question in the black so-called black community,
community, yeah.
conscious community about the
Ah,
middle the about the ancient Egyptian
Kemet.
hieroglyphs. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hieroglyphs. Okay, because in the Egyptian language they call the hieroglyphs merunetter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word for basically hieroglyphs. When you get what you follow me. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So merunetter just means basically hieroglyphs. So that's what the ancient Egyptians called their writing themselves. Was
Okay. Nice.
yeah, was merunetter. Okay, so basically there's always a question of, well, has it been deciphered in the black community? And it's a silly question because it's been deciphered.
Oh,
Yeah.
the best book for learning
Oh,
Norwegian. Oh,
that was so long
so
ago. That was so long
you
ago.
speak Norwegian fluently, yes?
So no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't
But
think so. I
you
wouldn't.
speak it.
I think I understand. I understand it a great deal. A great
Oh,
deal. Yeah.
Norway versus Japan.
And the reason why
Similarities
that's
between
what
the two.
you go into
Norway
my
and
early
Japan.
you go into my early videos. But
Oh my goodness.
that's oh, you had to click live. That's one of all of my other videos. See,
Yes, yes.
you just
No,
like
no,
the
I
comment.
Yeah.
No, the reason I put that was because I was in the military. I was in the Air Force before, and I was stationed in Japan.
Oh,
So
Ah, right.
see when you're gonna realize that a lot of things that I talk about is I have experience about, or I have the
yeah.
book of that I actually read, and it's all relevant. You understand? Whereas some people they
Right.
just interview people just to have people on the show. Not this one.
Hmm.
I'm a real
Nice.
one.
That's it. That's it.
The real
Do you
Nordic.
think Will Smith was
That's what's up.
justified for slapping
Nah,
Chris Rock?
that was just going on live. That was
Wow.
Now
Okay.
Rich, now go up a little bit, right there.
Reginald.
Now okay. Now on Reginald, that's the guy that was the first one, the infidel guy. He had a podcast called The Infidel Guy. He was the first one to interview Robert Price. He was the
Ah.
first
Oh,
on a podcast. That
Ah.
go down. You can
Well,
go
hang
all
on,
the way.
hang on, hang on.
Okay, go ahead. Oh yes,
One of my favorite people. You
The- and that's
the
where I
ego,
noticed.
agree.
Yeah, and you
Dr.
know what's so
Leo.
funny? Oh, hold on, pause it too. You know what I noticed too? Because you look at the timelines, because timelines don't lie.
4 weeks.
After I interviewed Dr. Leo, I noticed somebody on this platform.
We not calling any names, right?
We ain't calling no
We ain't
name.
calling
We
no
noticed somebody suddenly, interviewed him days after.
names.
She knew him, but I know she was on a panel with him on the South African thing, so she knew him
Uh,
all this time. She
yeah.
knew this all this time, but didn't care to interview him until somebody
You know what?
by the name of the real Nordic Black then put him on the channel. But that's okay though. Listen, that's okay, because you know what? I'm gonna let white people know this right now
You know
in the
what? You know
mainstream.
what?
No, I'm a bigger one.
I'm
Guess
going to
what?
get. I'm going to get
No, no,
someone
no,
to
no. But hold on.
fight.
Last thing. No,
So
but
I'm going
last
to
thing.
get someone to
I
fight
gotta
my
say this.
cause.
I gotta say
I'm
this.
I'm
Last
gonna
thing.
I'm gonna
Last thing.
get
No, you go. Look. Last
see
thing. You ain't
Where's
okay.
Steve McRae manager
No,
when I need
no,
him?
no, but listen.
Where
Last thing.
is Steve McRae
Last thing.
manager when I need him?
Last thing.
To come and
She ain't the
fight my
she ain't,
cause.
no, and you gonna love this, Phil. You gonna love this, Phil, because she ain't the only one. Guess what?
Ah,
The mainstream, the so-called mainstream atheist
Mm-hmm.
community. I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about Joshua Bowen. I'm talking about
Uh-huh.
Derek from Myth Vision. I'm talking about all of these people. I even believe that some of them never even heard of Dr. Kara Cooney until they saw her on my channel.
oh,
Look
Ooh.
when I interviewed her a year ago or 2 years ago. Look on the timeline. Timelines don't lie. Then they gonna go up there and have her all up in
And
their space.
uh,
Then they gonna
uh,
have her all up in their space.
uh,
listen, you, you,
There's another black guy in the conscious community named he called himself on the Dagger Squad. He
oh,
interviewed he
Garfield.
Garfield. He interviewed another white lady out of England at Exeter University. My she got like a Stavra Goffro. I forgot long name, Greek name.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
He interviewed her a long time ago, and suddenly they put her in the space too. The
mm,
rounds. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
mm-hmm.
Look at Myth Vision if you want to. Look up Joshua Bowen because they all not the Gnostic Informant, Historic Valley, Myth Vision, but they do stay on code though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Personally, that us black folks we need it. They start to have they 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 started to when they get a scholar they'll pass them that scholar around. They stay on code. They stick together. They have a
Mm,
network going on. You see. You know what I mean? But like I said, I had to
Mm-hmm.
say certain things because some people they get a little too big for their britches and think that they start to think that they like we've been doing this
mm-hmm.
we've been doing this we've
Okay,
been doing this
so
thing.
Mm.
the one person I was hoping would fight my corner is on strike.
She's
So
on.
I guess I'm on my own, which is
No, no,
absolutely
no, no, no,
fine.
no.
I'll
No,
I'll find
no. Listen,
somebody else to fight
no,
my
listen.
corner.
If it happens one time, it's happenstance. If it happens a second, it's a coincidence. The third time,
No, come on.
it's a pattern.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do that to you. Come on,
No, no, no.
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking
absolutely
with
not.
you. I'm joking. I'm
you're
joking with you.
joking.
I'm joking with you. No,
Joking.
no, but
Joking.
yeah, it's not serious. It's not serious. No,
Okay.
I was just making a joke out of it because it's the truth, because it's a fact that when I interviewed him, and then a few days later, then I noticed that you about to interview him. So that's a fact. But I was
Mm,
joking.
that's
I was
fine.
joking about the facts. So you know what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that's all right.
But that's no, but that's no, because
Let me.
you knew him longer than I knew him. That's a fact.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
okay. Just
But although you
wait, wait, wait,
didn't,
wait. Hang on. No, no.
although
Hang
you
on.
didn't
Hang
interview
on.
him until
Hang
after
on.
I interviewed him, though.
No, no. Hang on. Have you got his direct contact details? Can you send him a
Yeah,
message right now and say
yeah,
hello and how are
yeah.
you doing? And he responds. You've got his direct
Now,
contact details.
now hold up. See now, you got to realize who you're talking to now. I can go around that. I
Okay.
can go like an apologist. I do have his direct contacts. How do you think I interviewed him?
Ah, okay.
But
Mm.
I know what you're looking for, though. Now, will he answer me like direct? Now he may not. Yeah, actually, but yeah. No, I got him. I mean, I'm on Messenger. He on Messenger. Yeah,
No,
but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
you're still doing messenger.
No,
Mm.
no, I get what you're saying. Now, that's why I said I'm joking because I know you knew him a lot longer. I was just messing with you, but I do believe more so on the other statement that I said. Like I said, there's a lot of them. Some do, some do work. Some ride coattails. I like taste makers for sure. No, but no, and the thing is, that is the truth, man, about this thing. But I ain't want to get into all this.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to try and wrap
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
And
It's been
hey, look,
two.
that's a beautiful thing. I ain't talking about Atheist Republic though. I'm talking about her in particular. So I'm
Okay.
talking about Esther in particular. I wasn't talking about
Okay.
Atheist Republic, and I ain't talking
Mm,
about I was the first with Dr. Igwe. But but that's pretty cool. But let's go to
No,
atheist.
but
But
well
let's
done.
no, but
No,
see,
no,
I can go into some other stuff, but I ain't gonna
no,
be
but
the real me because I would say how many subscribers does a public have?
no. But you know something, which
Yeah.
with your conversation with Dr. Leo, you touched on things that we didn't even we didn't even touch on,
Or
right?
dare to or dare to say or dare to ask.
Um, mm,
I'm
mm,
just messing with you. I'm
um,
messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm no, actually, I'm messing with you because you
it's fine.
actually threw me off in the beginning
Yes, I did.
by
I
asking
did.
me about Kanye. I'm like, what? I ain't
I did.
and so no, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways,
Yep. Yep.
guys,
You got it.
please go
Mhm.
ahead and subscribe to the Real Nordic Black.
Hey,
818 subscribers. He's really close, and he
It's
deserves
awesome.
his
I'm
dues.
I'm
He
closing in
deserves
Yeah.
on
his
him. I'm
dues.
closing
He
in on him.
deserves his dues. Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, we got Debbie Irvin right here. She's
Mm-hmm.
and then she came in with I had an interview with Debbie Irvin by herself, uh, that who wrote a book about white tears and how they weaponize and stuff. The white lady, and but there's this other lady named Kimberly Williams. She
Mm.
had her book, and that was a good and but she was kind of uh I guess felt more comfortable with this woman right here, right there. I'm gonna have her come back again. This Rebecca Fudo Kennedy, she's
Which
the
one?
one. That one
This
right there,
lady
People.
here,
yeah,
Rebecca Future Kennedy.
she's very
I haven't
knowledgeable.
seen that one.
She
I need
she
to go
she
watch it.
she's very knowledgeable. She actually can outtalk me,
Oh wow.
and
Ooh.
I'm definitely want to bring her back. She's very knowledgeable. She used to be on this one channel called
But
man,
this is your favorite. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is your best video yet. This is the best one you've ever done on your channel.
which
The
one?
interview with the Afro humanist.
That's what's up.
I'm just
That's what's
saying.
up. Which now her name I needed the Afro. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you.
Yes,
So what?
yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, so what's the
Name change.
yeah, the name change. I'm like, oh, she's I thought at first I thought she was on a run.
I'm just saying that's your best, that's the best
Right.
video you've got on your
Right,
entire
right,
channel.
right, right. And you guys need to come in and check out that interview that I do with Esther
Oh
and
yeah.
like
Mhm.
that one or whatever. But no, but for real, no,
Yep.
you gonna answer this one. What's it? Why the change from Afro humanist to Afro atheist? I actually thought that you was making a second channel.
No,
Okay, you don't have to go there. You don't have
No,
to answer it.
no, I
Okay.
don't mind
no, she
answering.
already did
when
before.
when I was making my way out of religion, I think calling myself an atheist was a bit of a struggle. Was a bit of a mm, uh, no, I wasn't confident yet. I knew I was an atheist and everything, but humanists just seemed a bit more softer for the people that I was
I
dealing
figure.
with, the
I
kind of
figure.
people
I figure.
um, from where I was coming from.
Right.
But now I don't care. I don't care what
Right.
you
Right.
think. I don't
Mhm.
Right.
care what anyone
I think we kind of
an
got some
atheist through and through.
I think we got a little similarity on that because I used to more so say more so agnostic and I used to hyphen it
Mm.
agnostic atheist, but now I say I'm an atheist.
You're
Yeah,
just an atheist, and
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
deal with it. Just
yeah.
deal with it.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
And then,
So,
yeah,
some
yeah,
really
like
good
yeah, that
content.
guy right there,
But
that guy, that guy Bruce Haynes right here. You can go ahead and talk, my man. This
yeah, what
that
I'm
book right
realizing,
there.
I usually say numbers don't lie. Just scroll back a little bit back to the interview
Phil,
with Festa. Hold on, I got your back. Look at the number of views,
No, I don't have much.
229.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, no. Compared to the, the
yeah,
others, mhm.
yeah, yeah,
That's one of the highest. I
yeah,
just
yeah.
say.
okay,
Absolutely.
you see. Oh no,
No,
actually, no,
it's,
no,
No,
no.
but I mean, it is.
I
No, it is.
wasn't sure
No,
the other one.
no, it is. It is. It is.
it is.
It is. It is. No, no, no. But I mean, no, but that's the truth. But I have people all
Yeah.
along said it's a crime shame I don't have as many views as I have on a lot of my videos,
Yes,
and because
yes.
Yeah.
I don't promote, I haven't really promoted myself that much. To be honest with you, I haven't went all out and I don't know. you
What?
know. But it's all
Uh
good.
huh.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I,
have, in some ways, I have gotten attention from certain spaces like Travel Noir. They did a little article on being black in Norway with me,
mm-hmm.
Nice.
and certain things like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
You
and
know
at the
what? I think what
Okay.
we're gonna
I
do is
am.
stream being black and an
Yeah.
atheist in Norway. I'd like to hear
Whoa.
your experience and
mm,
also your deconversion story. I would
Yeah.
definitely want to hear that. So we're definitely going to bring
no
you back,
doubt. Oh yeah.
right? The real
Yes,
Nordic Black.
definitely.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much. Oh yes, let's not forget
No, what
our
you gonna say, Phil G? You was gonna
channel.
say
no,
something. I
I
cut you
just
off.
saying I'm going to post your channel on my channel.
Oh, I appreciate that, my
Bounty
man.
channels. Yeah.
Right,
Might
right.
help.
Yeah, yeah. And we,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We gotta keep the communication going
Attention
back
one.
and
Yeah.
forth when we have
Definitely.
like I said, just like the
Definitely.
some of those networks that they have going on out there. And
Mm-hmm.
collaborate, help each other grow, and
Yep.
whoever else is out there, maybe we can inspire some other people
It's
to,
my
to
favorite.
link
Yeah.
to link up and do things like that. I think at some
Definitely.
Yeah.
point, Esther, you need to get a like they do at Atheist Network. I told you you need to get a call up where they can call
Call
you
in.
Calling the show.
call in and be live and
Yeah.
direct.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah, and
listen,
I'm gonna have to be like Matt
listen.
Dillahunty on them. You know what I'm
No, no,
saying?
no. Listen, if I'm going to do anything like that, I would rather it be like an African sort of thing. They need it more over there.
Okay.
Um, um,
But you will get people if you think calling in from
Yeah,
because
yeah,
from
of
calling in
course.
from
Yeah,
Africa.
and we just cut them off next.
Yeah, just say
But
give
yeah,
priority to those who
yeah, yeah, yeah,
calling
yeah,
from
okay,
Africa. Like, what
okay,
do you think
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
yeah
okay.
Exactly, Phil.
Mm,
And exactly, Phil. You give priority to the ones from Africa calling.
Africa? Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
or something like that. I think it would be a
All right.
cool thing for interaction. I think it'll be
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because
Sounds
expose.
sometimes
Yeah.
I even check out certain channels, even though they're long and boring or whatever. But I check them out
mm,
sometimes because they have those moments where people call in and you know what I mean. Those real interactions. I like to listen to that. You
Mm-hmm,
know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right, but this has been fun,
Oh
and
yeah.
Right.
you still get to go and catch the rest of the football.
If I do,
Uh,
I don't. It's all good. I enjoyed it with you guys today for
yes,
sure.
it's been
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome. It's been lovely having you.
Right. Right.
Let's just thank the channel supporters and channel members. We've got Steve McRae, manager, Perilla Time, Jerome Lockhart, Udrak Adiaduo, P, Shani for Life, AM Davenport, Logan Fisher, Dr. Cyrus, Quilly Kosh,
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia McDonald, Cam, and who else? Can't see the rest of it. Can't see the rest of it. Can you see
C A
the rest?
C A M M.
The
Car-
secularists,
Caribbean skeptic
the
secularist.
Caribbeans, the,
Skeptic
Car- the
secularist. Sweet
Caribbean
Yep.
skeptic
Swedish
secularists,
Swedish Steve.
Swedish Steve,
Colossus 789. Yeah.
Colossus 789.
Right.
Right,
Right.
everyone. Thank you ever so much.
I like your little
And
interactive. I like your little interactive thing in the corner with the hair thing. That was nice.
it was
Uh,
someone hooked me up, and he
That's
knows
what's up.
himself. He
That's
knows
what's up.
himself, but
Big up yourself.
he's not he's he's on strike at the moment, so probably not.
See,
Probably it's probably
see.
not. It's probably not speaking to me at the moment, which is
oh
absolutely fine.
gosh. Oh
Uh,
man.
Which is fine. Mm,
all right, all right.
uh, true.
But
Let it.
anyway, I guess we're
Yep.
about to sign out pretty soon.
yes,
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we have to sign up.
I want to thank you, Esther. I want to thank you,
No,
Phil
no,
G.
no. Thank you.
That's
And
thanks very much for
yeah,
being
yeah.
here.
I'm trying to bring some different energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know. I
And
loved it.
yeah. It was
Absolutely
really
loved it.
yeah. I hope we meet again and we do
Oh,
this
do we
again.
have
yes,
one more time? Let's
definitely.
put the link to his channel, please,
Channel in
guys.
the thing.
Subscribe, I beg you. And also,
Yeah.
we talk about names like Matt Dillahunty. We talk about this. Look, these people, they these people don't need the publicity. But
No, not at all.
we black
Right. The
atheists,
yes.
Right.
we
Yeah.
are a minority in a minority.
Right. Right.
and we
Right.
have each
Mm-hmm.
other, right?
Right.
To support
Right.
Yep.
each. You think Matt Dillahunty will come and put me on his channel and say subscribe, subscribe? No, of course not,
Right.
right? But here we
Facts.
are doing
Right.
our in our own small
Mm-hmm.
corner of
Right.
YouTube.
That's what I've been
You
telling
know,
you. Yeah.
there's not many of us about, and so
Right.
let's
And and
support
and
each
and,
other.
we're not talking about popular subjects. The
Right.
Mm,
music, when it comes to music, entertainment, dancing, just silly shit. Those get the subscribers and those get the views and those get the looks. But when you want to talk about, if you talk about religion, or atheism, racism, slavery, certain things like that, that's not so popular. And so, of
Mm-hmm.
course,
Yep.
but
Oh, and I was doing the Christmas decorations early on. When I'm done
Ooh.
with it, I might post a picture on
what
the
Ooh,
community
nice.
channel.
what an atheist doing Christmas decorations?
I do it for the
No, no,
boys.
I'm messing with
I
you. I'm
I
messing
do
with
it for the
you. Yeah,
boys.
yeah, yeah,
As far
yeah.
as I'm concerned,
I'm messing with you.
I really don't
Yeah, yeah.
care, but I do it for
No,
the boys because
I love. Listen, I love Christmas.
my boys are atheists, but we
I
still.
Right. No, I love looking at the Christmas decorations. I love
Yeah,
certain things about. Yeah. I'm just messing with you for sure.
it's all right. I get that 100%,
Right, right,
but don't mess with me. Don't mess with me too much. I'll find somebody to. Well, I thought I had Steve McRae manager to back me up, but right now,
to
so
shut it
no,
down.
I'll find somebody else to go after you.
Oh
And
man,
and don't think because you were ex what was it, Army, Navy, what was you?
Air Force, Air Force, Air
Don't
Force.
think because you were ex Air Force or because you live in Norway, you can't be
Mm, Can't
you
be
can't
touched.
be you can be touched. So
Right,
I
right.
I just be
Uh,
warned.
hey, y'all Nigerians is everywhere. Y'all all over the place. Y'all travel everywhere. Y'all are everywhere.
Mm,
Definitely. I know
okay.
I could be touched. But anyway, Esther, it
Right.
was
Thank you
nice, and
so
I
much. Yes.
appreciate you allowing me on this
Thank you.
platform. And
There's something you were supposed to send to me. There was a video. There's something you had a
yeah,
link for.
uh,
I
yeah,
forgot what it is now.
I
about the psychology of the people that are prone to become
oh
atheists.
yes.
That right
Yes.
there.
You
Yeah.
think you can send that
Right.
to me,
Right.
please?
I'll send you a couple of videos, and he has his LinkedIn attached
Mm-hmm.
to his work and thesis or whatever
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And so I'll send you a couple of videos he made, and is linked to his yeah, and he
Oh
shows
yeah, Trisha says, don't forget he's 6 foot. Thank you, Trisha. 6 foot 5.
right, right,
Ah,
But my
oh
goodness,
yeah.
6'5" though. God.
right.
Mm.
Well, yeah,
Anyway, guys, thank you
Okay,
all
thank
so
you
so
guys.
much. Phil,
definitely.
Mhm. Yeah,
what you doing for the rest of the day? And what you oh, I know what
correcting work
I know
and
what the real
putting in
Nordic
mark.
Black is doing for the rest of the day. He's watching
Watching
football.
football. Yeah.
Hey,
He's,
I'm a give me, I gotta make me something to eat.
uh,
I'm starving like Marvin over here, man. So yeah, that get some football and
all right.
get my butt some rest, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
All right,
But
guys.
anyway,
You all,
Okay,
thank you
guys.
so much, and good night, everyone.
Bitch
right.
outro. This one.
Do you have a moment? In this very second, I know you feel the beat.